Thank you for answering. I love you.
The eyes of the world have been glued to the city of Haran for the past 2 months, following the outbreak of a previously unknown pathogen.
It is not yet clear what has caused this gruesome affliction. The local government's Ministry of Defense erected a quarantine wall shortly after the outbreak.
The global relief effort's steady stream of supply drops has sustained what few survivors remain in the city. The Ministry of Defense believes more radical action should be taken to stem the tide of this virus.
The question is, are there still non-infected...
Oh my god, guys. Oh my god. Guys, Michael's in the... Oh my god, guys. Oh my god. I can't prank phone call. Who else could I call? What the fuck? This... Boogie doesn't give a shit about any of his on YouTube. It is so funny. He is like sociopathic when it comes to his friends. It's like, Juggernuggets is my best friend ever. He's my best friend ever. What, he doesn't invite me on to doing YouTube collaborations anymore? Well, fuck him. He's an asshole then. He ruined me going to my mother's grave. He's a bastard and I fucking hate him. Fucking kid behind the cameras in the hospital. Oh my god, I'm so worried about him. Anyway, it's like that meme. It's like, oh no. Anyway, it's like so bizarre. Like, who else? Jacob Carpetbagger, who like he's like, oh my, he's my best friend. I love Jacob so much. I hang out with him all the time. And then he's not even subscribed to his YouTube account. The handwriting on some letter that Boogie received, that was calling.
Reckon is so desperate he's ready to deal with the devil himself. Rise. And since I'm supposed to determine whether or not Rice is the one who stole the GRE's secret document,
oh my Christ,
well, this is the perfect opportunity.
Oh, that's such a reaction. Like, I imagine if like one of your friends was like in hospital or something like that. I don't think you'd just be like, oh, he's in hospital? Oh my god. I have to find some more content for my live stream now. Oh, I stand him.
Call my ex-wife? No, that seems rude. Call Jake Morales, maybe.
What? I thought when he phones his ex-wife during this, like I said, it's the only thing I'm really interested in. I thought he had arranged this. That's how he makes it sound like, are you sure?
Jade? Yeah, I talked it. Something wrong?
So it's rude if he phones his ex-wife. Okay, guys, I just put a pin in that for fucking later on. Alright.
Because I'm your dad saving your life.
Little content here.
I'm doing it because if we don't get antigen from Rice, people will start to die.
Michael?
You know, I met him in that Socrates. I didn't know him for that long, but he was the best, most decent man I've ever known. But I don't blame you. I'm here near the risks. And Crane, we know that you two are taking a risk to do this for us.
I'm sorry,
look,
what?
Jade.
I'm sorry,
We'll talk when I get back with the antigen, okay?
Okay. Just come back in one piece, alright?
Oh shit, I forgot to say this is during the time period where he's pretending that any girl he was near was actually his official girlfriend, and they were deeply, madly in love, and they were getting dogs together and stuff like that. This is before he said that every girl he's ever been near to hook her or a sugar baby or something like that, because he like gradually needed to admit that to get rid of the Lucy Fox thing by claiming that she actually wasn't his girlfriend, she was some hooker that he barely knew who's blackmailing him. Oh, that's such a change like a couple of years makes.
Why is Mike in the hospital? I don't know, you have to watch the vlog tomorrow. You have to watch the vlog tomorrow.
What? It's just so... You have to watch the vlog tomorrow. Like, okay. I don't watch Kid Behind the Camera stuff. I think I've seen like a couple of his videos and people like reviewing his videos. Like Sonny V2 I think did a breakdown on why he's like a terrible, awful person. Big Juggernog is exactly the same. I've watched one or two of his videos through someone else pretty much. I've never sat down and looked at even for like his boogie content. When I was like looking through boogie content, doing research and shit like that, I was like, I can't be arsed. What's the point watching them in the fake, so what's the point watching them anyway? The only time I've seen Big Juggernog is like the trip to his hometown, the mom thing, the house thing. But like, you are at such a stage in your life where your two best friends on YouTube are Big Juggernuggets and Kid Behind the Camera. Two of the fakest YouTubers, like gay stations level of cringe fakeness, where like Kid Behind the Camera make videos and be like, we're broken, we're losing the house, and then within 30 seconds of the video starts, he'll be like, oh well, we're not actually losing the house, we actually have so much money right now. It's like,
fuck, I gotta get out of here.
It kind of suggests that you're doing exactly the same shit as they are, bro.
Okay. Now we're away from that fire.
Imagine having so little content on your live stream. You're literally just sitting there like, what are they?
Somebody said we're losing a bunch of subscribers today. How many we lost? 1,300. Hell yeah. If you ain't happy with my content, if you ain't happy with me, GTFO, boys.
Wow, okay. So acting indignant to people leaving. Why would anyone leave after this amazing display where you have no, there's nothing? How the fuck is this 3-hour stream? There's literally nothing here. The first one, like half an hour of it was just him sitting there talking about his fake suicide.
Yeah, I'm here.
Make sure they see you. You know who you are. You don't want to sneak up on them. That's a good way to end your bullet.
Wish me luck, kid.
Looks through his phone.
Good luck, brother.
What
You're going to
bigger YouTuber he could phone to talk to on his live stream? Like, that's been it. I haven't taken notes, obviously, because I'm just talking. Like, I'll live on this shit. Like, there's been nothing. And you're just going to go, if you don't like my content, GG.
Don't shoot! Don't shoot!
Yeah. Acting like you don't care. Well,
I'm here to see Rice. Brecken sent me.
Brecken? Bad example for people who just want to help people and save lives. But if they don't like watching your
come to make a deal.
live stream where you do literally fucking
The kind I make with Rice, not with his flunkies.
Alright, let him through.
Subscriptions don't mean anything. What matters is views. And as long as I'm getting 20,000, 50,000, 75,000 views, man, I'm happy.
75,000 is a real dream for you right now, bro.
Police racery? No.
Nice, okay, we got in without any trouble. I didn't know if we had to kill them or what, so...
Even your loser friends are fucking jumping on to talk about the thug patrol. Your entire life revolves around patrols. What a weird gimmick. It's like, well, if you're a troll and you want to make me bankrupt, you should donate money to me. Boogie, because the thing is, you want articles about you. You want people talking about you. That's all you care about. This is just a massive marketing gimmick for Boogie. Like I said, he probably doesn't have a lot of money, as I said, equity $1,000 Boogie doesn't have a lot of money.
Give you a choice.
Boogie is more than happy to throw $5,000 for money to a train if he thinks he can get it. Actual publicity, that is good. He gets away from all the negative press, which is what he thinks is killing his channel. So, him having people come on and be like, oh, you should actually donate, if you hate me, donate, yeah. It's because he just wants to be able to show on an article, like, well,
you have the look of the tower about you, what do you want?
I'm here to make a deal for charity. He just wants something like that to be shown on. He doesn't care if you're doing it to shit on him or whatever, he just wants that headline. He is humiliated. That is one of the reasons, 100% why he privated this live stream, apart from he looks like a fucking psychopath and generally terrible, is because it's been terrible. Like, he made, like, what, $3,500 or something like that in the end? That's embarrassing.
And what do you offer in return?
Like, even Ralph, the kill stream, made something like $30,000-ish, $20,000, something like that, for St. Jude's. And they are like an alt-right Nazi podcast, and I don't even know how many thousands people they had. It wasn't a huge amount more than what Boogie had. Like, Boogie had like 2,000.
I don't seem to have a choice.
He said he maybe even had more than that. They weren't a huge podcast. Like, they had Mr. Medic on it, so they were drawing more attention, but it's not. 50,000 people watching Hassan Big.
Here's somebody who hates me right now. If you were from Reddit or 4chan or whatever.
But not Kiwi Farms. You didn't mention Kiwi Farms again. Wow, I'm glad I watched this before I watched your Kiwi Farms videos, because you have mentioned 4chan fucking 3 or 4 times. You mentioned Reddit about 70 times at this point. You haven't mentioned Kiwi Farms once. Not even once. Because they weren't even on your radar at this point. Because at this point in your life you had about, I think, about 50 or 60 pages. I looked at it like a couple of weeks ago when he first made the video about Kiwi Farms. I was thinking about, I should get some information from my response to whatever he says. I think he had about 60 fucking pages at this point, and most of them were just going, oh, he's fat, he's a fat guy, he's a fat guy. That's it. It was nothing major or strange or startling about him. It was that he just pointed out that he was fat.
Funny, but here's the thing: those people are too weak to do that.
Oh no, the bait.
They're too weak to do it. They wouldn't want to do any good.
Oh my god, so
they actually won't put their money where their mouth is.
Jade's right, he's a psychopath.
What mouth?
He's also the GRE's royal operative. Now I've got to cooperate with this piece of shit. Not only because of my mission, but also because he's got a ton of antigens stockpiled.
Exactly, and that's...
That must be annoying to deal with an asshole like that.
Exactly.
Wow, even fucking Billy the Fridge tried to like take it back on course once it's boogies. They're too weak and pathetic to donate and put their money where their mouth is. And even Billy Fridge had to be like, oh, well, no, the reason they should be donating those to help people. Like, even on Boogie's own charity live stream where he is upset and raging about the trolls, his fucking weirdo friend has to be, no, the reason is they want to help people. Obviously, you're helping people with this charity. You're not rubbing people's nose in it. Oh, God, Boogie, BTFO'd by your own fucking friend.
Exactly. That's exactly what I said. So,
Is that exactly what you say?
How you doing, man? We're spending that big money. Somebody right now, if you got $5, you got $10. Boogie, your teeth look weird. Well, let me show you something, okay? Here's my current teeth. Now, here's what my alternative. If you don't like my teeth, I like my teeth. So it doesn't matter if you like my teeth. But
he's been triggered into talking about his fucking teeth. Like, what little personality do you have that you can't have anything to fill your live stream apart from that you like Magic the Gathering, which is fine, have a hobby, whatever the fuck, you know, but like, that's been so much of your talking points has been Magic the Gathering, and that people don't like you online and you easily get baited into talking about how you look dumb or you look weird or people don't like you or your mental health. Like, you have so little to your personality that's all you can talk about on a live stream. It's about you celebrating your birthday. You know, it's why not talk about your history on YouTube or something like that. You know, talk about, like, if you're going to talk about your mental health thing because it's a suicide awareness charity that you want to raise for, that's fine. That's fine. But don't make up a fake story, you know, nowadays to talk about to really try and hammer in the sympathy, which is exactly what you are doing. If you're talking about your most recent thing on this live stream, you're doing it for sympathy and for attention, okay? You could be talking about the time you thought of killing yourself when you were 15. You could talk about other times during your life, times where you spoke to therapists and they helped you, things that helped you and stuff like that. Not like, I did kill myself with...
Too fat or too drunk to climb a tower like that without killing themselves. If I do this, I'll get the antigen.
No, you have literally nothing to your personality. Now you're talking about your fucking teeth. And see the way he's pursed his lips in here? I don't even know if my cursor shows up on this recording software. Look the way he's pursed his teeth there. He's immediately self-conscious. He's immediately self-conscious, covering his teeth. Okay? So all this like, I like my teeth, I don't care what teeth. He's immediately self-conscious. Look at that, okay? So just... don't lie. If it's something that you are subconscious about, don't draw attention to it. Don't read out some random troll message on your teeth if you're subconscious about it.
Or number one flunky at the very least.
Those of you who don't like my teeth, let me show you
Even
something.
sending me to fix some antennas for Rice.
Okay,
Nothing
hold on.
better than being an errand boy.
Okay,
Cannot wait.
let's see if I still have it. I think I still have it. Oh, where is it? Because I think I took a photo just before I left. Because these are my current teeth, right? And let's see if I can find a photo of my old teeth. And you tell me which you think was better. Okay? These are my current teeth.
If you didn't care, you wouldn't be trying as hard to convince us that you're right. That's as simple as that.
Can I take a photo of my old teeth? I don't know if I can.
You have them in a bag, go fucking get them.
There's gotta be a good one, right?
Yeah, go shoot the video or something like that. Like hell.
So I normally would hide my tooth like this when I was taking a photo.
No, you wouldn't. 100% you wouldn't. I have watched, Boogie has made this claim so many times, I've watched more than enough of his content. He always claims, I was really good at hiding my teeth so people didn't notice. No, you weren't. Your teeth have been very visible constantly throughout your entire career. People can see the deterioration of your teeth throughout your entire career. Deterioration. I can't speak. People can see that because you don't hide your teeth very well, you know? So you don't lie. It's like, oh, you guys didn't notice because it's so good at hiding it. It's like, that is you retroactively changing history to try and make it seem like you were more self-conscious about your teeth and all but back then, and why you're convincing yourself that these teeth are good. Okay? If you didn't care what trolls thought, and you think you're better looking, you wouldn't be trying to convince people of that. Okay? It's like a fucking bodybuilder doesn't show a picture of them when they're at their fast. Well, I look better now, don't I?
He thinks I'm just a guy from the tower.
Don't say I look bad. He's making me jump through hoops before they'll give me this. They don't do that because they're like, no, I look good. Look at these muscles. Boom, face fast. You know? But you don't do that. You have to compare it to something else to to be like,
Great.
well, isn't this better though?
Okay, here we go. You guys ready? Tell me which teeth you like better.
Look how well you hid your teeth.
See me? Oh, sorry.
Look how well you're hiding
Which
your
teeth
teeth
you like
there.
better? That one?
Look how well you're hiding your teeth there. Well, I don't actually know.
And probably find something here.
How do you not know how to fucking pose that correctly?
Because I know which ones I would rather have.
Yeah, your chiclets. Boogie does this a lot on his streams, and they're always the worst bits of his streams where he always does it in comparison. He does it right now,
What exactly
but
am
not
I
with
doing?
teeth, obviously, but with weight. He always goes back and just like, well guys, actually look how good I look compared to how I used to look anytime someone said that she was fat or something like that in the chat. And it's always like, he goes and finds the like a shot of him when he's like 590 pounds. Like the heaviest he has ever been. He always goes to I no longer believe him now when he says he's 590 pounds, because like, well, right now you're claiming you're 390 pounds when you're clearly over 400 pounds. Like, so I don't believe you anymore that you were never over 600 pounds. But he always shows a picture of him at his absolute fattest, and in comparison goes like, well, I'm looking pretty good, guys. It's like, yeah, compared to like the lowest point of your entire existence, what a low bar you're setting. You know, what a low bar you're setting. People want to be like, I look better than I did last week, or last month, or last year. No, I look better than I did 12 years ago. It's like, okay, good, you've lost weight in 12 years. It's not really an achievement. It's not really impressive.
I know which ones I would rather have. You should be proud of your new teeth. Yeah, I am. But honest to God, which do you guys prefer? Tell me. Do you like A? Type A? If you prefer these ugly teeth, type A.
This
If
is
you prefer the old
literally
broken teeth,
literally
type B.
3 minutes later.
Where's the one?
We're like 2-3 minutes later, and you are back to the teeth thing already. This is what you're showing how much it fucking affects you, where you have to keep going back to it. Oh my god, we even have the picture up again. Oh my god, we're literally doing the side by side thing again.
This is it.
Oh my god, we're literally doing the side by side thing.
A. B. B. A.
Dude.
B. A. B. A. Baracus. B. A. Baracus. B. A. Baracus. B. A. Baracus. B.
That made me cringe so much. We're back to the boogie. If it didn't bother you, you wouldn't have now spent, how long is this? 6 minutes? I'm trying to look at my timestamps here, like 6 minutes or something like that, of your birthday live stream, showing pictures of yourself in the past repeatedly, being like, well, I think my teeth look better than that. So, chat, agree with me. Chat, agree. Type in chat, type in and you agree with me. The same shit he does when he talks to me in chat nowadays, where he's like, chat, agree with me. Don't you agree with me in chat? Chat, put one in the chat if you agree with me that I look better now and I'm less fat than I was 12 years ago. Thanks.
Call my ex-wife. If you get us to $2,000, I will call my ex-wife.
So this wasn't planned ahead of time then. So it wasn't planned ahead of time for him to call his ex-wife. It literally was decided on the time. I think he's probably leaning back here immediately to text her to float the idea or whatever. But okay, because the way it was always described to me was it was like this is an organised thing that they hadn't thought about doing ahead of time. He planned to do it ahead of time, but instead now he's very seriously intently staring at his phone, desperately typing in as quickly
If you
as he
guys
can.
get me to $2,000,
Making it a goal
I will call
for
my
donations. For donations.
And when we hit 1,600, I will call Keemstar and scream at him his face.
I don't like that. Like I said, did I say it to him? I don't remember what I said to him on Twitter anymore. I don't give a shit. But it's like I've always said. I think I said in my previous videos. He needs to stop talking about his ex-wife. He needs to stop putting her on blast constantly and telling people to go to her Twitter. Like, if people don't know her name, he's asking them to go and look up her details to then go to her Twitter and look through her history. That's weird. Offering to let trolls and conventions phone his ex-wife to talk to her, randomly making it a donation goal on his live stream that he will phone his ex-wife. That shit's creepy. Really creepy. I don't like that at all. At all. Get some tit, man. So fake. You need a woman. Sorry to spoil it to you, Mark Hyder, but Boogie has a lot of tits. Straight up, that man's got boobage for days, alright? That guy's rocking a 72 alright? Have your tits. Kinda like a child, like, not even like this shit I wrote, whatever. But, like, Sweeps, can you at least do something entertaining while we all sit here and watch you? I don't blame him. We're 2 hours into this fucking mess, and what has happened? Like, Jason, don't call her. Siblizer, whatever the fuck. Don't call her. You know, people are, right, like, just saying you shouldn't really call her. You know, I obviously 100% agree with that. That's good. But, like, this is dire. This is honestly dire. Like, holy absolute. I wouldn't recommend anyone watching this. This is a sacrifice I do for you people because I'm a martyr. I'm setting my cross up right here to kneel myself to. This is what let me watch this shit and I will tell you if anything interesting happens because this right here, this is nothing.
Is that something you want to do? Okay, that said, I'm going to use the bathroom. And while I use the bathroom, I'm going to let you guys enjoy one of my Francis rap videos.
I will make you guys watch this.
Put up with while I go to use the restroom real quick?
I will not make you guys put up with this. He also does this on all his fucking live streams as well, where he will occasionally be like, hey, let's watch all the Francis videos, and he just sits. At least this time, we would have to sit there and just laugh at his own jokes. What the fuck?
You guys like that?
Yeah, I love the smash cut back to your face awkwardly eating a fucking apple.
We're currently only at $1,430.
Wow.
That's just a real shame, man.
It's a real shame, man.
I'm sorry to hear that. Guess we will not call Keemstar. What if I call Keemstar first?
That's what you were meant to do.
What if we call Keemstar first?
What? That's what you were meant to do. You were meant to call
him. What if we call
wife.
Keemstar first? Then will you pull out the credit card?
That's just fucking.
Then will you get weird with it?
This is kind of pathetic. It's kind of pathetic, dude. You know, you are 4 million at this point, 4.5 million subscriber account, and you're having to beg people.
Well, have you ever watched Super Mario Logan? Yeah, I think. Isn't he going to be posting a story part sometime or something? Why does Reddit hate me? Well, I have an explanation for that. The easiest answer is because I made some stupid mistakes.
And you're going to go right past the easy
I've
one.
some really stupid things. I've said some hurtful things, I've said some mean things, and I've hurt some feelings over there at Reddit.
Yeah, it's hurt feelings. Everyone's hurt
feelings.
He does this constantly. Anyone who doesn't like him is like, oh, I hurt their feelings. He's doing that thing, you know, that the right generally do. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, you're offended. You know, as opposed to, like, you know, taking any accountability for shit. It's what he does here is like, well, I'm sorry that I hurt your feelings. Like, making it their fault that they got hurt. Boogie, the people at Reddit are not hurt. They're not upset with you because you hurt their feelings or said a no naughty word. Especially, like I said, nowadays you complain on Kiwi Farms all the time. Trust me, Kiwi Farms is not upset you made a racist joke. Alright? Straight up. They're not upset you made a racist joke. They're not upset that you made a transphobic joke. They don't care about that kind of shit. Alright? It's embarrassing that you try and make it like, oh, well, they're weak and they got hurt. Fuck off.
I've said and done those things. Reddit's really mad at me. Now, there are some people over at Reddit that are being unreasonable. There's some things over at Reddit that,
because you're a lol cow.
You know, some people just hate me for me. They hate that I exist. Those people you can't really do anything with, right? But there's some people over there who are just really upset at some of the stupid things I've said, some of the stupid things I've done.
Why are we
And it's
here?
okay. Like, I
2 hours, 7 minutes in, and we are back to talking about the trolls in a video where he said he doesn't care about the trolls or anything like that. We're back here again. We're back here again. For a man who doesn't care about the trolls, you seem to read their messages in chat, probably more than you read normal fucking messages. Like the 4th or 5th time you've stopped to randomly complain about someone saying something negative about you.
I said some stupid shit. And when I say stupid shit, they get mad about it, and that's okay. Let them get mad about it. They should be mad about it. I shouldn't have said those things.
Then why did you say... Okay, so it's okay if people get upset with you and shit on you for the stupid things you say or do, but you want Kiwi farmers taken down for documenting the stupid things you say and do. You wanted, and more than likely, got the Sam and Toby subreddit taken down because you're upset at what they're doing. But it's okay that they did it. Just be fucking consistent.
Should have done those things, right? I said and done some really stupid things.
That is a fucking 18%. That just... It's... See, Boogie does this thing where he... Like, because I do it in a different way. Like, I will ramble whilst I'm kind of formulating something to say in my head. I will say just random stuff. Boogie does it in that kind of way, but he repeats himself more, where he will just sit there and just say over and over and over again, oh, well, the thing is, I've said stupid things, and, you know, like, because I've said stupid things, and he just keeps saying it over and over again as he stares intently, trying to think of where his next step
Someone
is.
already scavenged this thing for parts. There's nothing up here to switch on.
You shouldn't even be talking about this. This is going to be a celebration birthday stream where raising money for charity, and here we are, you trying to have an epic ode and dunk on the trolls.
So at the end of the day, there's not much I can do about it, you know? I can just try to do better.
I hope. Dude, your dog just licked that apple. What the fuck is wrong with you? You just held it out. Your dog just licked the apple. Now you're eating the same bit. What the fuck is wrong with you? I love dogs. I wouldn't do that. You're a fucking weirdo. What the fuck? Even your dogs have not you like
something like that. Okay, perfect example.
Oh, Christ.
I bought a car.
Oh my god, we're doing the Tesla thing for the fourth time.
I bought a car.
This is the fourth time we're doing the Tesla thing.
Second transmitter's
So
trash.
then people were saying, well, you want people to pay for your car? I'm like, no, I was going to finance it.
No, I think the direct quote is, yes, I want you to pay for my Tesla. Reach deep and pay for my Tesla. I think that's more what you said. Now, hey, no guys, I actually am considering finance options.
Why wouldn't I just finance it, right?
Fuck off.
So one night on live stream, I was explaining how I plan to finance the car, but I also, once I got home, and I realized I'd spent $90,000 on a car.
You didn't spend $90,000 on a car. You literally said that you paid the deposit. Pretty fucking sure your deposit was $90,000. You did not spend $90,000. If you get a finance, you're not immediately spending that money. Stop. What? Maybe he has to be the big baller. He has to act like I was like, oh yeah, I didn't want to take $90,000 out of my bank account today. Well, yeah, but you put down a deposit. That's it. When I got my car, I didn't say, oh, I just spent X amount of money. I'm like, okay, I just spent that deposit. Why? Why are we doing this?
I was like, holy shit, I can't spend $90,000 on a car. I can't afford that. That's a waste of money.
This is the fourth time
so I started talking about what a waste of money it was. And people are like, oh my god, but you already bought the car. You already bought the car, right? And I'm like, but no, I didn't.
You literally just said you just spent $90,000 on your car. Even right now, you are wording this so badly that you are implying that you did actually buy that car. This is entirely your fault. Even now, like I don't remember the times, a year later, whatever, you are making it sound like you just bought a Tesla. Oh no, it's not a year later, it's fairly recently, sorry. Me being stupid. A month or two ago, you made it sound like you bought a car. You literally said in a tweet, I just bought a Tesla. Here on the stream, you just said, I spent $90,000 on a car. You did not. You spent $1,000 on my head. Right now, you're doing exactly the same thing. You are literally saying you bought it and you had paid for it. And then people called you out and said, no, I didn't. What, are you dumb? I didn't buy it. You're saying, no, you did.
I just put the money down, $2,500 down.
$2,500, thank you.
Anyway, long story short, they thought I was trying to get you guys to pay for my car. I wasn't. Boogie, why are you always the victim? I'm not. Sometimes I've said and done some really stupid shit. I remember that stuff I said on the H Street podcast. I said something stupid about the LGBTQ.
Why don't you say it?
That was one of the dumbest things I've ever said.
Why did you say
I've done some stupid shit, dude.
you do this all the time where it's like, hey, I say stupid things sometimes. Like, remember that time I said I made a joke? And it was like kind of racist, and you remember it. But here's all the reasons you said it. Like, oh, I remember that thing I said? What did you say? You said it already? Is this because you're trying to bury it? Because you're trying to hide it? Like, why else would you not just say it? You've already said it. And I'm sorry, the thing he said on the History Podcast is not the worst thing he has said or the worst thing he has done. It was an incredibly stupid thing. But of course, like, it being like, oh, I don't always make myself the victim. Sometimes I do just say something stupid. Like, that's not proof of that. Being like, well, one time I took accountability for what I said. Yes, because you got shit on by your audience so bad. Because you don't care about the vast majority of people, but you're worried about upsetting your left-leaning audience. You're very upset about it, like, you're very scared of upsetting them, so you will grovel. It's like with the whole Anita Sarkeesian thing, where you groveled and begged, and, oh, I'm so sorry, even though she was entirely in the wrong. And it was the one time you probably could have come out being, you know, a bit better off in your, like, social position, where you could have come out outright and said, well, she was being a dick. Okay? Because to be honest with you, she was being a dick, and here's the reasons why she's being a dick. But instead, you had to grovel and act all pathetic and on, do the ooh-woo thing, please forgive me, because you didn't want to upset your left-leaning audience.
I've said and done some really stupid shit, dude. You know, I would not call myself a victim or any stretch of the imagination.
Then stop talking about your victimhood. Stop talking about your past. Stop talking about your history. Stop talking about all the things that happened to you. Stop talking about fucking Reddit. Stop talking about the fucking Tesla situation. Stop talking about how Reddit twisted the Tesla situation and ruined your career. Stop talking about Christopher Tom and how he ruined your career. Stop talking about how Sonny V2 used to make his money shitting on you. Stop saying all that shit if you're not pretending to be a victim. Like, I couldn't even fucking tweet at you fucking once without you going nuts and talking about how I'm a right-wing hate brigade who's obsessed with you. You're always making yourself into a victim, you dildo.
Sarah? Boogie, what's your favorite color? Blue. Except you said I bought the car. Right, exactly. Because I'd put $2,500 down. Because that's how you buy a car. You finance a car. Technically, I bought a house. I still owe money on this house, right? You can give up the house anytime you want. But you're right. I did say I bought the car. You were correct. But.
Sorry, I'll wait. I'll give him a second to see if he follows up that butt. This is great Kino content right now, just staring.
I like Sonic.
Okay, there, talk about Sonic the Hedgehog instead. Oh no, you are right. I did say that I bought the car. You are 100% correct what you just said there. I did say I bought the car, even though I just spent the last 10 minutes saying I didn't buy the car. But you're correct, I did actually say I bought the car.
I'm fine.
But
I'll just radio back and tell Rise that you wouldn't let me through.
That's Sonic the Hedgehog, though, guys.
No,
He's
I
gotta
didn't
go fast. Am I right? Fucking absolute ham sandwich.
I won't do this anymore.
Hedgehog, yes. The restaurant, no.
Voice down. I don't care who hears me. What's wrong with you? We're trying to stay alive here.
Somebody in chat says,
These guys are killers.
Boogie, give them your own money. That's what I'm doing. For every dollar you guys donate, I'm donating $1 as well. For every dollar you donate, I will donate $1 as well. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm giving them my money in exchange for you guys. And if you're the kind of person, I think his name is Altair or something. If you're the kind of person, Altair Forever One, if you hate me, pull out your credit card, give money to that charity, and I will match it.
Why do you assume he hates you? What was that guy's name? Altair Forever. Did you also ban him? Boogie, how come I'm not seeing this guy? Did you go ahead and ban him? Am I being I honestly just might be really dumb. There's a high likelihood I'm just really dumb, but I ain't seeing this boy's name here. But why do you just assume he hates you for saying, Boogie, just give him your own money? Like, why do you think he hates you? Like, this is just Boogie's scapegoating thing, where he can't, like, have, like, someone dislike him or anything like that, and he can't take any fault in that. He has to be like, oh, that guy hates me. See the way he criticizes me? It's because he hates me. He hates me. It's like when you said, like, I was obsessed with you because I don't know, made, like, a couple YouTube videos about you that are, like, the lowest quality, lowest effort videos ever. Well, this is currently my new lowest quality, lowest effort video ever, where I'm just sitting here watching the shit and like commentating live over it.
I sure hope this
Why do you
fucking
have
con was
to do
worth
this? Like, just, bro, just nut up and accept that some people just think you're a pile of shit because you are kind of a pile of shit. Like, there you go, Dunzos.
I will match every dollar you give. I will give. We're only $20 away. We're only $20 away,
He
man.
has also been begging for
this thing's
this
still
fucking
intact. Let's see if it's worth
1,500
the hassle.
for so,
Hey, Kareem,
so
second transmitter's up and running. Is it working?
so fucking long.
Kareem, do you hear me?
Oh my god.
Let's see. Let's set up a scenario. I'm at 4.
Okay. Why are we watching this? I did not consent. I did not consent to this at all. I didn't. Dude. I don't want to watch another fucking Francis video. Let's see here.
My implants up.
That was the death of comedy right there. Thank you for fucking torturing me by watching that absolute dog shit. Holy fuck. This is why when people always say, like, oh, it's all fans who, like, hate Boogie now because they're hurt by it. I never watched any of your videos because you are one of the least funny people I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. You are not my style of humor whatsoever. Shit.
You have anything in my teeth now?
See you back in the tower.
My teeth?
So glad I got to listen to that one.
Boogie, donate without us knowing? You won't? Well, I do all the time, actually.
No, you don't.
That's the thing. You don't know about the times I've donated. Of course I have, Crafty.
No, you haven't. Boogie, no, you don't. No, you don't. Because you very publicly donate. You do it very deliberately for attention. Like, why didn't you donate when Etiquette died or something? You think, oh, it's just you wanted to do it. And then, oh, forgive me, guys, here. By the way, I donated this. Even when you won fucking King of the Web, when every other person who had ever won it donated their full winnings to charity, you donated a fraction of it, a tiny, tiny fraction of it, like, I think less than 10% of the winnings. You donated to it. You are not a charitable person. You share, oh, this person needs help, look at their GoFundMe, and then you don't donate to it. Because I had gone and looked through the list. Because when you go on to it, it's like, $50 has been raised by 4 people, and you look and you're like, oh, Boogie's not one of them. Boogie, you don't. You do not. This is ridiculous. Oh, well, actually, I donate to charity all the time. No, you don't, Boogie. That's factually, you do not. You don't. Because you like the applause, you like people praising you. You literally sell yourself if you are addicted to attention. So cut out this shit. It's like when you claim that you randomly go into like fans' DMs and say like, hey, do you want me to give you some money? And you just give them money if they need it. You don't do that. Do you know why you don't do that? Because no one has ever come forward and said that. People come forward, it's like Keanu Reeves. That's why he's such a good reputation. People come forward and say, I met Keanu Reeves today, and he was actually a really lovely person. And it was a wee private meeting. It wasn't a big organised thing. Keanu Reeves didn't post about it. His people didn't post about it. His manager didn't post about it. It was the fan who came out and said, actually, I met Keanu Reeves today, and he was really nice. He did X, Y, and Z for me. He was really dead on. He met my kid and all. He was super kid. No one's come out and said, oh yeah, Boogie's randomly come to my DMs and give me $100. No one said that. No one has ever said that. People would have said that if it happened.
In fact.
Yeah, in fact. This is another thing. Why you responding to this?
Alright, here we go.
You just got a card from them earlier today.
Whatever.
What are you talking about? You donated anonymously, but they sent you a card to thank you for your donation. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm pretty sure any charity that you donated to as a big time YouTuber, quote unquote, they would have like given you a shout out or something like that, or said, oh, we got a donation from this person on their like, Facebook or Twitter. That is standard. Even like in the food beauty community, FFG recently donated to a dog charity, and she got a shout out and a picture posted on their fucking Twitter and stuff like that. So they give you a card. Yeah, sure, 100%. But he shows the fucking card. Like, fuck me. That's embarrassing. Once again, another thing, why are you talking about this on stream? This is your birthday stream. Why are you talking about it?
I mean, it is what it is.
I'm just pausing. I think this conversation is probably going to be cut out because it's boring myself out. But someone posted up in chat, keeps up harassed Etiquette and profit all of his death. No wonder Boogie likes him. Okay, so that was one thing that Boogie probably should have considered, because a lot of people were shitting on Keemstar. I think one of the H3's big things, because they him and Keemstar hate each other, was he was talking about how Keemstar caused Etika's death. Etika himself had come out and said he doesn't blame Keemstar or hate Keemstar or dislike Keemstar, and totally understands Keemstar reporting on his mental breakdowns on his drama channel. Etika was 100% fine with Keemstar from anything I saw. I might be wrong. But it is probably something Boogie should have thought about when he's talking about the Etika situation and he's inviting Keemstar on, because admittedly Keemstar is one of the only big YouTubers who will still talk about him, because I honestly don't know. I think Keem just knows Boogie's an idiot and will do anything for money, so he just keeps him around, because Keem's the one who organised the boxing match that never was going to happen, and then the other boxing match that was never going to happen, and then the podcast which was never going to happen.
But you made it back in one
I don't mind Keem as a person, but like, his dealings with Boogie so far have been kind of weak and cringe.
We really need the drugs. Let me have them now, and then I'll come back and do whatever.
It's okay.
You'll get antazine when I say you get it, not 1 second before. But, as I have established, I am not unreasonable. Do all that I ask of you, and I will give you not one but two crates.
Suicidal tendencies.
All right, fine.
Oh my god. Really?
This will be different from your exploits on the antennas. It will require a bit more persuasion.
That directly contradicts what you said earlier on, where you were going to retire from YouTube today, and Francis and I was going to be the last video, and you were going to wait a while until everyone forgot about you, and then you're going to kill yourself. That is a direct contradiction to what you said. This is the problem when you bring on people to be like, yeah, back up my story, yeah, back up my story. That's a direct contradiction to what you just said earlier on. Direct contradiction. You're a fucking idiot for trying to pull this. Why would you do it? Okay, so he invites Keemstar on, and Keemstar says, well, we talked recently about me not killing myself. So I don't think Keemstar really believed it was going to happen. And even at that, he used this as proof that I talked to Keemstar on the podcast, and he confirmed that I had already spoken about killing myself, all that shit. Well, that's because, one, you were going to send him, you'd offered to send him your suicide message so it could be read out, which is weird when you said you wanted people to have forgotten about you, but then you wanted Keemstar to report on it, so you'd already prepared stuff to send to him, and also like Phil DeFranco and apparently other big YouTubers as well, so that doesn't make any fucking sense with your whole bullshit story. But at the same time, you're sitting going like, I talked about suicide with Keemstar recently. That's not surprising. You talked to Quartering about your suicidal thoughts, so much so that at one time he called a welfare check on you. You've talked with fans about your suicidal thoughts, so much so that they've called in welfare checks on you, even though you later reported those to be swatting attempts on you. This is ridiculous. This doesn't prove anything. Like, I had heard he'd used this because he said before, though Keemstar proved it, that I'd be talking about this. This wasn't after Etika's death. Keemstar proved it. Well, this doesn't prove anything. That you've talked recently about your suicidal thoughts. It doesn't prove anything. This is a month since Etika died. And he said, what have we been talking about for the last month or two? So it actually kind of works in the time scale.
Can't say I'm surprised that Rise went back on his word.
And again, check out that link to Tiltify down below. Holy shit!
Plus, if there's any chance that we
Holy
can
shit,
get the
Keemstar just dropped 5 on Keem, what are you doing? I have to $1,000. Keem, I said $20, Keem!
So this is the only reason why he has to
I said $20, Keem!
Okay, so this is the only reason why he fucking calls his ex-wife.
No, I have to call my ex-wife!
Oh no.
I said if we hit $2,000, I'll call my ex-wife! Oh no! Now I have to call my ex-wife!
No.
Keem! What are you doing to me? Take the money back, Keem! No!
The most excited he's been in a long time.
Oh God, Keem! I have to call my ex-wife. Oh God, I'm about to call my ex-wife on live stream. God help us. Oh God.
Is he tweeting that out?
Thank you for your generosity.
Is he tweeting that out? This is creepy behavior. I'm gonna have to. I'll look us up whilst he's going here. But if he tweeted that out, that's fucking crazy.
Thank you for supporting.
Oh my fuck! He actually did. Yeah. Oh my absolute fuck. imagine the first thing that happens when you hit that goal. You rush to Twitter and put that up. You're actively advertising to anyone, trolls, weirdos, all that stuff, about phoning your ex-wife on stream. That's creepy, bro. Be honest.
Thank you, Keem, for your $500 generous dollars, man.
Okay, the guy's back in. Stop being weird. You don't have to. You know, it's just like, just don't do it. You know, it's two answers and a cry. Oh, if only. That reminds me, I think it's always funny. You know, I said about Cookie, he always likes to mislead and stuff like that. So anytime he talks about the Tesla thing, you always try and mislead with like 1 point and avoid all the rest. Like I said earlier, his fan pointed out, did say you bought it? He said, yeah, I did. Hey, Sonic the Hedgehog, he's kind of moved on, and he just tries to make you focus on one thing, but then when he's perfectly lying, he's like, oh yeah, never mind that, never mind. He does it all the time with the cooking things, because he loves to point out that picture of the black guy and her together, and people like to joke that she'd be black, cocked and all that shit, and he always has black because the black guy is gay. He loves to draw attention to that over and over again. It's like, look how stupid they are. It's like, well, firstly, you admit you got cocked by that girlfriend back in 2007 or whatever it was, when she cheated on you with your best friend. First, so you already are cocked, regardless of anything you have been cheated on, so you were cocked. Like, that's clear already. But you always seem to ignore that other guy, like, who kept taking pictures of her, like the skinny weirdo guy. I think he was just out of prison or something like that, and he was like addicted to drugs and he's in rehab or something like that. Like, that she seemed to start dating instantly, you know. So like, you always talk about the black guy, but you never talk about that guy when people talk about the cooking. So I'm assuming that guy actually did cook you by your actions. Okay, before this starts, I'm just going to say I'm going to try and talk about this as little as possible from Boogie. There's only like one upload of this anywhere on YouTube, and it's like, besides 2 uploads now, I just think Boogie exposed 2988 or whatever his name channel is. I think he uploaded a copy of it, but it was a copy of the original one, which is an edited one, which Boogie says is not realistic and doesn't depict him very well and is edited to make him look worse. So, I want to try and play this as much as possible, because I've never heard the original before, and I want to see if it's as damning as everyone claims it is, or anything like that. So try not to talk to it as little as possible, right?
What do you want?
What do you want?
Just kidding. Happy birthday.
Hey, I made it to 45. What do you think about that?
It's impressive.
Yeah, I didn't think I would.
Only another 40 to go.
Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm alright. Can't complain too much.
Another 40 days? Do you hate me that much that you want me to live to be 90, fucking 85?
Math was never your strong suit.
No, I was never good at math. Oh, God. Hey, it's good to hear your voice. It's been a couple days. When's the last time we talked on the phone? It's been 2, 3 weeks?
Probably. Yeah.
VidCon is weird without you. It really is, because, like, we're at all these very familiar places, right? And, like, going to Disney without you, I've been, like, 5 times now. It's just so weird. It's
Crane here.
Report, Forge.
It's kind of nice, though.
Another job for Rice. This one's pretty dirty. He's forcing me to collect the money he's extorting from a nearby village.
Thursday night. You got, like, pushed off and stuff. I'm, like, really depressed because I was wanting to see it.
Yeah,
but the good news is I just got to
Crane
hang out with him at the YouTube party and stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome.
How's your summer adventures, man? What have you done that was cool?
I've been working a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And I went to Summerfest with my mom, my sister, and my brother, and that was fun. And went to Door County, which is like Eureka Springs of the north.
Oh,
so
man. I've been to Eureka Springs forever, right? Took Jesse up there once, and that was it. Because people don't know this, but that's where we got engaged.
yeah, it is. Right after I had an allergic reaction, I was doped up on Benadryl.
This is a really good story. I don't know if they're going to want to hear this, but so we were driving up to Eureka Springs, and I had been planning for like 3 weeks to ask you to marry me that day. And it was my birthday. Oh my God, it was my birthday, you remember?
Yep.
Oh my God. And so we were driving up to Eureka Springs, and we stopped by Popeye's Chicken, and she's allergic to fish. So she ended up taking a bite of the chicken, and they just started serving fish there. So the fish literally bit her. Your lips like swelled up immediately. She didn't even take a full bite. This is the first allergic reaction I ever saw you have. How bad was it? I can't remember.
It was bad. My lips were bleeding. They swelled so much they're bleeding. You always said you wanted to see a reaction.
But not
by the wheel station.
Not after that, because it nearly killed you. That nearly pissed me. And so, yeah, quite literally, we ended up in the hotel room that night, and I was like, well, I gotta go through that. I recorded the YouTube.
My name isn't important. What's important is that Rise sent me, and that you owe him some money.
I don't see a point in deleting it. People have asked me, like, why I delete it, but I'm like, that's the best day of my life. I love that day. Why would I
tell you what, how about I break both your legs and drag you through the streets back to Rice's place, huh? And then he can explain to you that you should have cooperated.
I woke up and you came in, I woke up that morning and you'd already been in hair and makeup for like 4 hours. And so you woke me up that morning and I'm like, hey, how are you? I'm like, don't talk to me, I'm bad throat. And my back was completely out from being down on the beach the whole night before. And so I couldn't stand up. You couldn't talk. Yeah, jeez, what a day.
Oh, you have to finish the engagement story about how you picked a fight with me about how I never watch your videos anymore.
Yeah, so...
I was working like 60-hour weeks. You don't even care about my videos. You don't even watch them. I'm like, what are you talking about? I help you film them all the time.
Kareem, it's me.
Like, why are we arguing?
So I just threatened to break an old man's legs.
And I'm like,
look at my face.
And I'm like, watch this video, Des, and you'll understand. And there was a proposal. We ran to college. It's not a happy ending, except you almost died. I couldn't even kiss you after we got engaged because I didn't want to drink your blood.
Okay, yeah, so that was like that's a bit a lot of people show. They show that segment. I've seen that before, and that guy's thing. It is awkward. Like, she is very clearly calling him out for him being a dickhead. So that is a proof that he's not abusive, that he kept picking fights with her, that she wasn't watching his videos enough. That is 100% something I believe. 100% something I believe. Someone who's narcissistic, egotistical, up his own arse, liking attention. 100%.
Running errands for Rise.
You've seen it on this, where randomly to fill time he will play his own videos on his own streams, like his current streams. He will randomly just have people come on and be like, oh, let's just watch some of my old Francis videos. Put one in chat if you find it funny. Type laugh when you laugh in real life. Like, he just sits there and watches it, watching his own video. 100% I believe that he will have a fight with her if she wasn't watching and talking about his videos. So that's not great for him. His reaction to it, equally bad. Throughout this entire conversation, he is dominating the conversation. That is very clear. He talks about everything. He doesn't let her tell stories or anything like that. He's always the one telling the story. She's answering with a couple of words, which admittedly does make it look bad. That's why people can clip it and edit it to make it look bad, because she is answering and talking so little. It really does seem like she's like not really wanting to talk to him. I'm getting the feeling it's not just that, it's more that he is dominating the conversation entirely and wanting to be the one always speaking, which is a manipulation tactic, because if you're the one always speaking, you're the one who always gets to say the story, okay? So I'm sure people understand that. But then when she starts calling him out, he immediately, I don't want to do it, I'll peek my microphone, but he's like, ha, 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 oh yeah, yeah, ha, 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 yeah, ha, ha, ha. Constantly when she's trying to talk. He's trying to make it, by doing something like that, you're doing two things. One, you're drowning out the person. You're trying, I don't want to use like a super lefty woke word, but you're trying to silence them, okay? And secondly, for anyone who does hear it, you're trying to portray it as a funny experience, as a positive, good experience, as opposed to, well, you kept fighting with me because I wasn't watching your videos, which is a very manipulative, controlling, coercive thing he's doing. By trying to laugh at it and laughing through her saying that, well, apart from that being incredibly condescending to your wife, you are also trying to make it big, oh, it's funny games, guys. So yeah, it's not that bit in particular is not a great look, and overall in the conversation, he is dominating the conversation and controlling the conversation the entire time. But we'll see how the rest of it goes.
Yeah, I definitely wasn't expecting it. Also,
something I've never seen before. This huge bloated infected just fucking exploded.
Oh, by the way, they want to know. You do know you're on screen.
Yes.
They're like,
Shoot them, and then they take out everything in a 3-meter radius.
did I pay you to do this?
Keep your security distance and you'll be fine.
That's what they want to know, man. This is the question they ask. You know what? You know what I'm doing? So I decided to use my birthday as, and all the negative notoriety I'm getting right now. I'm sure this shit is not but I was like, hey, I would raise money for To Right Love and Arms. And you remember I called you a couple weeks back and I talked to you about my suicidal thoughts. We talked about it, right? And you know I've been plagued with that the entire time we've done the show, right? And that's something I've struggled with ever since the beginning, right?
Yeah.
So I picked To Right Love on Her Arms.
Jumping in here again quickly, those reactions, that's not a good reaction for Boogie to show as being like, look how not bad our relationship was, when he's like, you know the way I was like suicidal constantly the whole time we're together. She's like, yep. Yep. That's not good. Even the tone of her voice when she's reacting to that is entirely negative. That's not a good thing. Also, the fact that you're phoning your ex-wife to tell her that you're suicidal again, very manipulative, very controlling, everything like that. That's a guilt trip tactic. That's a track to get back together again, especially when you're saying that a lot of suicidal thoughts happened because of the divorce, and immediately after the divorce you didn't have a support structure for your surgery. That's a manipulation tactic. That's not a good thing in any shape or form. This is bad.
This is the right charity. You're familiar with them, right?
Yeah, I'm surprised because it's a lot cooler than you are, actually.
I know, they're really cool. They actually
When I was in college, there was a bunch of bands that were really into it. It was really big in the music scene for a long time.
I know. I've gotten so into the music scene now. I had a music video come out today.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm a
You know, the music scene is more than just like Weird Al, though, right?
No! What are you talking about? It's also Bo Burnham.
And Cake.
And Cake.
That you listen to.
And Flight of Conchords.
Yeah, I suppose.
And Fight Bare Naked Ladies. And that's it. The whole 5 bands.
Bare Naked Ladies is terrible.
Oh my god, you are not wrong. I will tell you, though, I'll say the thing that probably haunts me the most is every once in a while I hear a song on the radio and have thought, oh, I doesn't really like the song. And then I'm like, oh. What are you listening to these days? Any Weird Al?
No. Not on purpose.
Not on purpose. What about Bo Burnham? Did you ever see 8th Grade?
Did I ever see what?
The movie 8th Grade, Bo Burnham's 8th Grade?
Oh, yes, of course. I watched it when it came out. Obviously, it wasn't in a theater anywhere around here because I lived in the middle of nowhere. But, yep, I bought a piano and I started learning some Bo Burnham songs. So, that's what I've been doing.
Yeah. Somebody says this woman is hilarious. Music is more than... Yeah, why do you think I married this woman? Of course, she's hysterical. She's far funnier than I ever was. Why do you think the Phrases videos haven't been good since we separated?
I don't like to pause it so much to shit on him entirely for this, but like, apart from like she is actively calling him out on some things, this doesn't imply that they talk all the time, like he says. Cause he makes it sound like him and her are super tight, they talk constantly, like, but they don't really come across like that when he has to say to her, like, oh, what have you been doing recently? And then she has to explain, like, he didn't even know that she's been playing piano recently, you know, and learning to play piano recently for like his favorite artist. I think that would be something that would come up quite naturally in a conversation. But even at that, the way the two of them talking together, this is like how you talk to each other right after you do an icebreaker and the first day of work. This doesn't come across like they're married for however many years. Was it 7 years they were married for? 7 years they were married for? It doesn't come across that they were married for 7 years together for like 8 or 9 years or whatever. It comes across as generally quite awkward, especially the bit where he's sitting there just reading chat. Like, why are you reading chat, dude? Just talk to your ex-wife. You're sitting there reading chat because you want their approval and stuff like that, and you're getting pissy and you're wanting her to defend you from chat. Like, it's cringe.
Okay? She wrote all the funny jokes. Otherwise, it was just me breaking shit. It was never funny, but it was just me breaking shit. She was the...
Well, I mean, really, I just married you for the comedic material, so...
Oh, right.
You know,
I was just your platform to express yourself to the world.
Right.
like this crazy picture of you and I, like what happened. Did you cuck me, guys?
Did I cuck you?
Yeah, did you screw TJ behind my back?
I'm very gay friend TJ.
Right, well that's the one thing.
Alright, there was no way.
I don't know.
Racist thing, because like I would post a picture with like Remington or any of our friends,
No one cared.
and no one said anything, but now 6 years later, everyone's still talking about the one picture I took with TJ.
Because Remington isn't attractive, but TJ was hot as shit. I mean, he's like, you know, like it's a...
I don't know the guy's name that she cooked him with, more than likely. But if it's that Remington guy, you know, they say, and no one talked to it. People did talk about Remington. If that is the guy, like I said, the druggy guy from jail. If it is that guy, people did talk about it. But Boogie ignores talking about that guy. Des also sounds like an idiot. She's like, well, I think it's a racist thing because they're talking about a black guy. Sorry, well, you sound fucking stupid. But people did talk about the guy she was with, the white guy she was with. Because I'm pretty sure, like, don't quote me on this because I don't look at Dez's Twitter or anything like that. This is all, like, third-hand information I hear from, like, Kiwi Farms and posts and tweets that they will randomly post up and all. They do seem to be in a relationship, or did seem to be in a relationship. I don't think they are in anymore. But, like, people did talk about it. When Boogie then comes out and goes like, well, the thing is, he's not actually attractive. It immediately makes me think that they are actually together, and that's Boogie being jealous and spiteful. Because like, look at the facial expression change. Look at he seems annoyed now, talking about it. But at the same time, once again, what are we? Like, we're fucking nearly finished this pile of shit. He's talking about Reddit again. 6th or 7th time now.
He's a gay guy who takes really good care of himself, right? So obviously he's a good-looking guy. But I think you're right. I think it was partially like the fact that he was a person of color. I think a lot of people just got really mad.
What?
Because that's the stereotype of me or whatever.
Why would people get mad? People were laughing at you. They were saying, look at you, you're a cock, lol, 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 lol. They were trolling you. They were laughing at you. They were taking the piss out of you. People weren't mad. People weren't mad. People were laughing at you. You're the one who got upset. This is the whole thing you do. Oh, well, Reddit's upset with me. Oh, well, Twitter's upset. Oh, well, these people are upset. Oh, I hurt their feelings. No. Everyone laughed at you. So much so that you're calling your ex-wife fucking 2 years after you separated. 2 years after you separated, you called your ex-wife to ask her to back you up against the mean Reddit. People aren't upset and angry because she cucked you. People are laughing at you for getting cucked. Fuck me sideways.
Yeah. And then there's all the other stuff like you're physically abusive. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. Why? At the end of the day.
Why are you trying to clear up just the physically abusive thing? People would just say abusive. The fact that you feel the need to specify physical abuse implies that there were other abuse. And later on you will deny any form of abuse. But the fact that you had to specify, like if I was talking about like me and my girlfriend relationship, I would say I wasn't abusive to her. Like I would say I wasn't physically abusive to her, because that implies that you're abusive in other ways. People would just use the umbrella term abusive. The fact that you single out, it's like if I punch someone in the face and it's like, well, I didn't slap him. You know, it's like it's implying the other thing. Like, fuck me sideways. The whole conversation and everything is very clearly changing. He is so upset right now. So upset right now.
Confirm or deny this and see what you think. We got divorced just because it was divorced.
Right.
Is that pretty much it? We just weren't happy.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Nothing big happened. There was no cheating. Nobody beat each other. Nobody stabbed anybody. It just wasn't working.
Well, you know, they said we're gonna get real deep. When we were thinking about it and talking about it, I read somewhere that you leave the relationship before you hate the person. And I never hated you. I mean, I still loved you very much when we started. But I knew that we were going down a path where we just...
It was literally like 20 meters down.
And we were resenting each other for things.
Okay, so you're fighting.
I didn't want that to be the end of our story, where we spent the next 20 years of our lives hating each other, you know?
Absolutely. Alright, well, I appreciate that. I appreciate you still give $20, I'm giving $20 every dollar you donate via this charity stream. I'm matching dollar for dollar up to $10,000. I'm going to spend $10,000 today. So if you're feeling...
And then move on quickly from that. So, no, actually, I'll let the stream call finish. It's brought up here.
Yeah, get in there, pull out the credit card, put it over with. Okay, the drive's going on tomorrow. The live stream's going to end soon. But thanks for consenting to have this phone call. Thanks for talking to me. Hopefully this puts some of the idiotic hate to bed. I don't think it will, but, you know. I can see the Reddit headline tomorrow. Boogie embarrasses his ex-wife by calling her unprompted on the stream, pays her to lie. All right, sweetheart. Thank you for answering. I really appreciate you. Have a great day.
Happy birthday.
Thank you so much. Bye. Hey, she's so sweet.
Okay. Look at the conversation there. I don't know how long that conversation lasted in real time because I did pause it, which I said I wasn't going to do. Sorry about that. But look how long that conversation lasted. And look how quickly it ended once she brought up that she left him before she hated him because they were fighting a lot. How quickly did he suddenly end the call after that? Yeah, okay, well thanks for stopping by anyway. Bye-bye. I love you, bye. That's very damning. And his whole, I hope this puts it to rest. It doesn't put anything to rest. I don't think anyone thinks that the gay guy actually cocked you. I think people are trolling you because you get very upset about it. To this day, you still get upset about it. People have brought up the other ones and still do bring up the other ones, but you don't respond to those. Weirdly, you get annoyed about the black guy more than anyone else. People aren't upset randomly, like you said, they're upset or mad about you being cucked by a black guy. What the fuck are you talking about? You talk about that one and you don't talk about the white one. So I think maybe that's more of a you issue, if we're being honest there, Boogie. And this whole I think it cleared up some things, but it probably didn't. The fucking idiots on Reddit, people that are fucking crazy. What did it clear up? That you got divorced because you weren't working out? That can mean anything. Oh, well, that you didn't get divorced because you cheated on me, or I didn't stab you. What the fuck are you talking about? This call, no wonder you deleted this now that I've actually listened to the full thing. No wonder you deleted this. This is very bad for you. Her short answers throughout the whole thing, her talking about you fighting with her,
but there's a
where you
whole
got
horde of
engaged with,
infected
you're
in
upset she wasn't watching your videos enough, like you're talking about, like, oh, it's not like I physically abused you. Dude, other forms of abuse are just as bad. How many women have said when they're talking about abuse, said they'd rather be hit than be degraded and insulted? So you cleared up that there wasn't physical abuse, and that is if you believe that. Okay, that is if you even believe that. Because I'm just being honest with you, her saying no, there wasn't any physical abuse.
I can't really do anything with no supplies, game. You're gonna have to give me something.
All the time. Boogie, you are the monument to that theory. People lie all the fucking time. So it's ridiculous. You said, oh, well, she said...
Okay, all the way back here again.
Okay.
I think that's why I stopped this game for a little bit.
I see why he doesn't really want this to be out there. And I really, Boogie, if you're listening to this, I don't know how many hours this is in this video now. Don't put this up. Don't upload this. No, you should private this stream again because you look stupid. Stop referring to people and saying that they need to come to this stream for proof that your wife exonerates you of things. This does not exonerate you in any way. In certain ways, it makes you look considerably worse. Alright? That's my 2 cents in the whole thing. But yeah, we're nearly done, so we're going to apply to the rest of it here. Hey there guys, sorry this is editor me jumping in here quickly, just watching the back. At the end of it, Maurice freaks out when he tells her, so we can all agree that, the divorce wasn't because, it's cheating, or I beat you, or anything like that. Did you notice she didn't actually answer that? She just said, well, if we're being honest, and then start talking about how she needed to leave before she hit him. At no point did she actually deny that. Like, during that question, at no point did she deny that. She steered it away, and instead of answering it, she veered it off to talk about how she was heading towards hitting him. So, that's actually incredibly damning. if she can't be outright, like, nope, there was no cheating, no, there's no beating, but, and then goes into the other stuff, that would be fine, that would be better, but she outright wasn't able to deny that. Not like I'm saying that is clear evidence for Boogie telling people to go to this thing because it's such clear proof that, you know, she confirmed herself that there wasn't any cheating or beating. Well, she didn't actually. When you asked her that, she answered a different question, and then you ended the call because she didn't answer the way you wanted.
People are saying.
So yeah,
let's see what the overall consensus was. Let's see what you guys think. I'm gonna post a straw poll in chat. Okay, let's see. Let's see what you guys think. I'm posting a straw poll in chat right now.
Dude is literally posting a straw poll. Like, I wonder if this even still shows. Dude is literally posting a straw poll to ask people to vote on if that was a mistake or not. Are we in real life? Are we in real life right now? The fact that this even needs to happen, that is so cringe. The fact that this, imagine sitting there, pulling your ex-wife for money on screen to ask her to stand up to Reddit for you because you're so fucking pathetic and so obsessed with what's fucking weird on the internet say about you, and then you do it, and then despite people having said the entire time, like I was pointing out, don't do this is fucking weird. Now you're like, oh, people saying that came across weird. Let's do a straw poll and see if you guys agree with me. Just if fucking 99% say it was a good idea, don't take their opinion. You're talking to your mouth-breather, weird-ass fucking audience. Don't take this as fact. You're so upset. It's like when he fucking gets trolled and he turns around and goes, I'm not a creep, I might chat. But one in chat if I'm not a creep. Yeah, that's what I thought, guys. Yes, he chat agrees with me. Of course he'll fucking agree with you there. You're fucking fans. They're like the only 20 people who still give a shit about you. Holy fuck.
I want to see you guys vote, so let's see what you guys think. 74% of you said there was no problem with doing that. 17% of you said it was awful. 9% of you guys didn't care. So yeah, it's about 20%. One out of 6 of you guys felt it was uncomfortable, but I thought it was fine. More importantly, it was my ex-wife's decision. She's the one who said I can follow and trust the person. At the end of the day, we know.
Why did you delete the stream? It's like you didn't delete it for any other reason. There's been nothing in the stream. So obviously you deleted it for only this reason because people call Cookie. Having like 400 people fucking do a straw poll and be like, it's almost like 75% think I'm okay doing that. It's like, congratulations, Boogie. Who gives a shit? I guarantee on certain YouTube accounts, like, you know what? I am going to check this right now. I guarantee on certain YouTube accounts, there are polls that would say 70% say you're a pedophile. Something like that. So let's find this one here quickly. I guarantee I could find you a message here. Okay, there you go. There's one there that says. Okay, there you go. There's one that says, is Boogie tonight still a manipulator? I voted yes just so I can see the results for it. 85%. So 80, Boogie, sorry mate, you are legally a manipulator. 85% said that you're a manipulator. 85%. Legally you're a manipulator. Democracy up there for you, bucko. There's another one there for you, Boogie. Who's worse? Boogie tonight. Oh, see it? I voted obviously just so I can see it. And 64%. Boogie, you're literally worse than the epitome of all evil. These are kind of silly, to be fair. Like, but okay, there's 64%. Sorry, Boogie. It's factual now. You're literally worse than Satan. Sucks to be you, brother. Okay? So yeah, the stupid opinion. Don't go with like, oh well, Paul said that it was okay for me to call my wife, so I guess it was.
Shakita Bonita says 4 million people subscribed and only 1,600 people watching. Your career is dying. What do you think about that?
Well, they're not wrong.
Answer that. I don't mind answering that.
Well, they're not. Okay, firstly, they're not wrong. Secondly, why are you answering that? This guy, he is so annoyed he can't let slights go past him. Okay, sometimes you just have to ignore the shitty comment, especially when it keeps getting you in trouble. But look at that expression. Look at that expression. Brows down. He's annoyed. He's very clearly annoyed.
The answer is very simple. Yes, my channel is dying. Like, I have screwed up a lot in the last couple of years. I've made a lot of stupid decisions. I've made a lot of stupid mistakes.
Name them. Name them. You don't name them, and this is why it's fucking ridiculous, because you just avoid naming the errors. And that's what you, like, in your apology video at the start of July, sorry, August, this is what you should have been doing. You should have been saying, you know, I fucked up. I did this, and this. I did this. I'm stupid. I shouldn't have done it. Yes, it was racist. Yes, whatever. You should have done all that. You should have list off what you're sorry for. Your idea of apologizing was, yeah, guys, I messed up like a couple of times and stuff. So, like, I'm sorry. There you go. We're done.
And of course, my career is damaged. And hopefully, I can turn it around, or maybe I can't. It's entirely okay either way. Here's what the truth is, though. The fact that anybody is watching me, the fact that 10 people are watching me, 100 people are watching me, 1,000 people are watching me, 1,600 people watching, even if only one person was watching me, I would be so happy.
No, you wouldn't, Vic. Stop lying.
So happy.
Stop it. Let's get it
It
up.
doesn't matter. People are mad. They can be mad.
Why are people mad? What?
Live chat says
How did this come to people are mad? Where did that come from? People are... What the fuck are you talking about? Oh, well, people are mad. No, they're not. What the fuck are you talking about? People are not mad. People aren't tuning in. That's what the person is saying. Like, what the fuck? Jesus Christ, you're such a fucking embarrassing idiot. But yeah, just out of curiosity, because you said about how you don't mind if anyone watches whatsoever. Weird that you really spammed out the Magic the Gathering stuff, you know, like here. You really spammed here. Loads of Magic the Gathering last month. Fucking terrible views. Oof. Damn, son. God, I got a video with nearly as many views on that. Jesus Christ, son. Yeah, well, I mentioned it. You cracked Magic the Gathering cards the first day. I will give you that. But no Magic Mondays. We've missed 2 Magic Mondays so far. Maybe 3 Magic Mondays so far. That's a spicy meatball. So, Boogie, don't lie that you'd do it if even one person was watching you, okay? You wouldn't. That is incredibly clear. Alright?
how many people are watching. 1,600.
That's many people watching your stream.
YouTube stats.
That's many people watching.
3,000 people watching. Every time the red page goes viral.
What? How are you just... The red hand gone viral. It's your live stream. It's when you upload. It's when you do things. People remember you exist. It's whenever the Reddit hate goes viral. Well, I'm glad Reddit hate on you has gone viral. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, I'm only counting the big boys. There. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 even in the past week and a half. Wow, that's incredible. But in the past 10 days they went viral, like 6 days out of the 10. You're a fucking moron. Jeez, people can see what you're doing. Stop acting like I'm an idiot like you are.
But here's what's number 1. Subscribers don't mean anything. It only matters if people are watching.
Oh, does it matter? Does it matter when people are watching? Okay, cool. View counts are right there. What are your view counts like right now? Sorry, I closed that page. Shit. But yeah, it's the view counts that matter.
Subscribers is just a number. This is just a number. It doesn't mean anything. This is just a number.
This is exactly what Monday and Matt said during the whole stream.
600 people saw this live stream. It's fine. Let's see how many people watch. Here, I'll put it up live. You go hit unsubscribe right now, you'll see it right now.
There you go.
Bruh.
Go unsubscribe right now.
And then it just sends me all the way back.
It doesn't matter. Feel free to unsubscribe.
So what the fuck are we doing?
Was that 4.5 million?
Bruh.
My content, it's okay. It doesn't matter.
How do I not get sent all the way back? Thank
because
you.
Someone is still watching. 2,000 people showed up to watch me live stream today. We raised
the number keeps going up.
$2,500 for charity, maybe more. I haven't added it all up yet.
Congratulations, $1 per person. With Keemstar donating 500 off that, and like Billy the Fridge donating, what was it, like 70 total, 100 total, something like that. Boogie, you have one of the least charitable fan bases I have ever fucking seen.
It doesn't matter. The fact that anybody wants to watch me, the fact that anybody cares. Go hit unsubscribe right now. You can watch it. Go live right now. We'll put it right here on this live stream.
That is so funny.
Go hit it right now.
That is so.
It doesn't matter.
So you're so mad right now.
What matters is the
so
number
mad
that
right
you raise for charity. You want to see the number that matters?
You're so
You want to see the
upset
number
right
that matters? Here's the number that matters. Here's the number that matters right there. $2,219.
You're seething.
Toastify for charity. It's $2,300. I'm gonna match that with an additional $2,300. How much money is that? 60.
What?
420.
Jesus Christ.
$4,600. That's $4,600.
It's like $2,300. How is it that hard to double that amount, dude? How is it that hard to double that amount? It's 2,300. It is times 2. It is 2 at the lowest numbers, just times 2 with some zeros on the end. Bro.
Holy crap! That's the number that matters.
Dude.
Why care about subscribers? Why care about anything else?
You do that.
Why care about anything else? It's only care.
You just pulled it up on stream. You're so annoyed about it. You pulled it up on stream and you're answering this question right now.
The good we can put. Guys, as always, thank you for watching. I love you very much. I'll speak with you again soon. Thank you for showing up on my birthday.
Okay then, so that's the final bit. That was a fucking torture sit through, and Wings Redemption's gone live, and I'm kind of tempted to do like a voiceover of his now, just because I got the setup going. Yeah, it was generally to sum it up, it was incredibly boring. For a guy who doesn't care about the trolls whatsoever, he talked about the trolls pretty much fucking constantly. I'm going to see if I can try and trim this down and try and get something out for it, preferably by the weekend. It's not going to be as quick as I quite thought it was going to be because it was so long. I think I have about 4 hours of footage or something like that. I don't want to put up a video that's 4 fucking hours long, especially when a lot of it's just me in silence. The phone call with the ex-wife was really the only important bit, and I've given my thoughts on that already. It doesn't help him at all. It doesn't look good. Her responses aren't great in a lot of ways. Him trying to control the conversation and laugh and talk over and stuff like that is pretty bad. Generally, the whole thing is not great. I wouldn't recommend Boogie kind of cling to this as evidence that he's such a great guy. But yeah, I can understand now why he deleted it. But yeah, that's the video, guys.
This guy needs to actually run for once. Holy fuck.
Like the content and the format I have. If you do, if you have any advice, drop a like, drop a comment, all that stuff. Just kind of tell me what you feel, and we'll maybe go for some more of these in the future. I've been watching a lot of Tevin and stuff like that, kind of getting back into DSP, so I'm kind of watching this kind of content more. So I might do even more of it, who knows. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Have a good one. Bye bye.
But I very rarely ever get offended because of religion, politics, or the color of my own skin, or even when somebody makes fun of me as a person, I don't care.
Fascinating watching this country descend further into madness. It's about provoking us to sin. They want us killing each other in the streets. And tonight, a lot of people are going to fucking do it.
And all it cost was, half of the human species losing the right to bottom of the time. I genuinely don't know what the fuck these nonsense. They've decided that women can't do what they want to with their bodies. They don't like it when women do what they want to with their bodies.
We'll make sure that when a kid is in the room, they're as safe as they are in the classroom.
I'm going to hit my laptop. I need to check that Amazon to see if they make a bulletproof wrap for your pregnant ass belly.
Look, you're a creep. I mean, that's your opinion. Not very many people share it, but I'm glad you have that opinion.
It's been quite a month for our boy, with Roe vs. Wade being overturned during Pride Month, a new boxing opponent being listed, becoming a fitness guru, and also getting a new girlfriend, apparently. Following on from my last video though, Boogie did actually address the reason for him boxing Ethan Ralph. He of course picked the wrong reason.
Obviously, as I mentioned, he's the reason the entire Frank Hassel situation happened to begin with. He's the reason I'm a felon, because I was put in that situation to begin with and didn't know what the hell to do. Ethan is the person that put us on a podcast together, that encouraged Frank Hassel. I put that entirely on Ethan's shoulders, period. But did you ever hear the rumor that my wife cheated on me? That was Ethan Ralph. Did you ever hear that my ex-wife got
get that
blacked?
gate closed before motherfuckers get inside.
That was Ethan Ralph. That all started with him.
Yeah, I don't really think I need to explain to you guys how nonsense all that is. He went on to blame for a whole bunch of worse stuff, like the being cut to being black and stuff like that, so somehow that's Ralph's fault now. Following this, of course, there's more ranting online about Frank Hassel and how people don't know the real Frank Hassel and how huge bombshells might be dropped. Then, of course, when people asked him to clarify what he meant, he said he couldn't for legal reasons. And yeah, I'm assuming this is just more nonsense from Boogie. So yeah, instead of going for like the easy bet of what would probably please his audience by saying he was standing up to the alt-right and getting the evil neo-Nazi Ralph, instead he decides to make this about Frank Hassel just like he did with the Sam Hyde fight, and also now blame Ralph somehow for every mean thing he's ever had done to him, even though like a month ago he was blaming Scientology rep for that instead.
First one.
And despite him claiming that Ralph caused him to be a felon now by encouraging Frank Hassel to have them on the podcast together and laughing at Frank Hassel's jokes, Star did the same thing. Like, I don't personally think either of them encouraged him. I think Frank does what Frank does. But Boogie seems to think it's entirely Ralph's fault and doesn't want to blame Keem at all. Mainly because Keem just wants to give him $15,000 to be in a shitty podcast. Boogie also mentioned during the video that he has a takedown video planned for Ralph. However, it's been a week and there's been no further word of it, so most people don't actually think it's going to happen.
That is
As lost to all of us now, it's really obvious that this fight isn't going to happen. At the start of the month, Boogie had the intent that it was, so his newest fitness trend was joining a swimming pool. And after not posting a single piece of evidence of working out since the 16th of May, he decided to suddenly claim he'd joined the pool and swam for 50 minutes. Now, obviously no one believed this, so they have every right not to. This is a man who struggled to lift a 5-pound weight like 10 times a few weeks ago, and now he's claiming to have done nearly an hour of cardio. Boogie was then bullied by the trolls who also they didn't believe him, and made him release a video of him sitting outside the gym. Obviously people said they still didn't believe it because he was sitting inside the gym and actually working out. Which pretty much can be summed up as about a 6-minute video of him like semi-swimming, semi-walking, and then he claimed he actually been in there for like 30 minutes. I want to shit on someone for actually including themselves, like, you know, you do you, Boogie, like, if you're going to finally do it after the million other failed attempts, fine, walk away. The problem is, he always contradicted himself. On the second and third, he claimed he went 2 days in a row. Then he claimed that he went every second day. Then on the 5th and 6th, he claimed it was the first 2 days of him going in a row. Like, often he would claim he was going for upwards of 70 minutes at a time swimming. Like, swimming is difficult. It might not be as difficult as walking or jogging for someone like Boogie's size, but it's such a blatant lie, and that's why people don't believe him. Like, in his video titled, My Biggest Regrets Day in My Life, he outlines what an average day looks like to him now. You know, which includes him walking his dog around the lake for about an hour, even though he's surprised that he sees ducks. Like, I'm sure if you'd been to that lake before, you would probably have seen ducks more than once. And then he goes to the gym, works out for an hour. That's 2 hours of cardio for a man who struggles to get up out of his seat. Of Of course, this was also the video where Boogie decided to list his biggest regrets, and one of them was his YouTube career dying.
The other big regret that I always am going to live with is kind of tanking my YouTube career. And that one I don't talk about too much. A lot of people will see on Twitter when I'm talking about stuff, I blame everyone but myself. But deep down inside, I mean, not even that deep, I know that I'm the one who made all of those bad decisions. I'm the one who gave that stripper girl that lied about me. I'm the one who gave her that ability, that power. That's a dumb thing to do.
At the start of the month, Boogie himself said he wanted to make a video like this, where he would do a personal sit-down video listing off all of his regrets, all of his issues that he's had recently. The problem is, he would routinely say, okay, I'm going to take responsibility for this, but then list off all the reasons why it's not his fault. For example, he got Me Too'd by Lucy Fox. Well, in this video, he says he's taking responsibility because he dated her. That's it. He's not talking about the abuse or anything like that. His responsibility for that whole situation is just because he dated her. That's it.
Make a pickup for Rise.
Even though he also claims that she's just a sugar baby, so he's dating her, and then also at one point claimed she was just a stripper that he barely knew, so I don't know. He also would then accept the blame for the Frank Castle situation, and then list off that it's entirely Frank's fault, he should never be put in that situation. And finally, he admits that he's in like a bad financial situation and accepts blame for it. Problem is then he blames the crypto market, and he also really weirdly claims him being too generous. He actually comes out and says that he goes up to like random fans, slips into their DM, and just donates money to them randomly if he thinks they need it. And obviously, yeah, no fans have come forward to claim that Boogi's done this because, as I showed him in monetizing tragedies videos, he doesn't even donate to the charities that he promotes. So I highly doubt he's going around slipping into DMs and being like, hey, do you want $100? And yes, despite this being a video about his recent fitness system, he decides to have an ice cream after his walk. And no, guys, also this isn't his fault. He just happened to stop by McDonald's to get a ice water.
I made the collection at the ferry station, and I'm
pretty
sure I'm going
to McDonald's to get a water because like Max only got an ice cream cone. Yeah, I guess. And it was this month that the trolls finally got what they wanted. Because in the video, I'm almost out of pain, Boogie finally admitted that he had crept over 400 pounds. And yes, I do mean crept, because despite visibly ballooning massively since he first started claiming to be 396 pounds like a year ago, he claims he hit 406 pounds. But don't worry guys, he's already lost like 20 pounds because he was working out. Like, come on, this is a guy who's still eating like shit. Even though he mentions that when he breaks his diet, it's to eat like a fajita or to have like a 200-calorie ice cream, and his diet's going to be like 2,500 calories. Like, neither of these are major breaks for a man whose like diet could be 3,500 calories, and he'd probably still lose weight, not even including the 2 hours of exercise he claims to do every month. Look, if Boogie was even being slightly honest in this, in the last 6 weeks, instead of losing 20 pounds, he would have lost by 60 to 80 pounds if he was actually doing working out and cutting down his diet like he said. He's just really not. He also decided to show off his physical fitness traits. Can I just walk around for a few seconds? And like
Rise has promised me 2 crates, Brecken. 2 crates. I'm doing this shit as fast as I can, I swear.
He jump cut to recover, but he claims he's doing that. Like 7 minutes time after walking his dog around a massive lake for an hour. Like, this is why no one believes you here. This is just nonsense. Really needs to be medically fit by a doctor. This resulted in him uploading a video at the end of June where he, at the start, dramatically took off his face mask and then listed 12 things that needed to be fixed about him, but saying, I'm still going to do it, I'm still going to fight Ethan Ralph. And, look, in my opinion, it's fake. The taking off the mask at the start to show that he's in a medical facility is just kind of cringe and just sad. He also said originally that he was going to the doctors in July, however, this is at the end of June. Look, in my opinion, he noticed that no one really cared about his video about him fighting Ethan Ralph, hence why we haven't got the expose video, and hence why we haven't really got that many like selfies in the pool, or him mentioning the gym, or really him mentioning Ralph at all after this. I think this whole thing's dead at this point. At this point, his whole fitness thing is just kind of ridiculous, and in my opinion, dead. People don't begrudge a fat man losing weight. They begrudge him repeatedly acting like a fitness guru who's addicted to exercising, claiming, oh, my one regret in life is that I didn't get addicted earlier and I didn't overcome it. Even in his Out of Pain video, he mocked commentators twice for saying that he had pretty much already done all this before. And the problem is he has. If you look at basically any video on his Boogie Down 550 channel or his motivational post that started COVID where he got viral on the treadmill, he does this all the time. And despite how he claimed that he doesn't get offended anymore and how he's doing so well in his weight loss and exercising, it didn't stop him from posting a video to rant about people saying that they don't like him shirtless. He then said things like, oh, I don't take Twitter or TikTok seriously, so I don't even bother putting a shirt on. But then also claimed that he's proud of his shirtless body because it's all over scars. And then started ranting about how people like insulted him using a Seinfeld meme. Like, really, Boogie, just pick one. You can't go with all of them. And despite the gaps between his pool selfies getting bigger and bigger, he was still able to upload his fat guy splash video, which I think is about the 7th rendition of this video, which is pretty much just trying to recapture the viral nature of the first, but instead acts like a measuring stick for the death of his channel. The original has 48 million views, the third one has 3.7 million views, the one last year has 125,000, and the one this year has 50k. And of course, instead of posting his pool selfies, streaming, or talking about his amazing exercise regime and being a fitness guru, he instead decided to show his political side on Twitter, on YouTube, and on TikTok, either talking about Pride Month or talking about Roe versus Wade. And look, there is very little interesting to say about his takes on these topics, so I won't bore you with them, but I'm just going to hammer through some highlights here. Roe vs. Wade being overturned caused a massive chimp out with Boogie, causing dozens of tweets, arguments with everyone online, misrepresenting everyone's arguments against him, and then claiming that babies are actually not human and are just parasites, which got him a lot of shit, so instead he decided to post up the dictionary definition of parasite, which then accidentally proved him wrong. He also made a fence-sitter video about it, and like I've said many times, he isn't a fence-sitter. He would make statements such as that the right have taken away the ability for women to consent to being pregnant, claiming you can only claim to be pro-life if you decide to give full free healthcare, free dental health, free daycare, free education, and a living wage to all. He claimed that half of the entire human species just lost their right to bodily autonomy and called the Supreme Court monsters. Like, look, those are very standard left responses. So here are some of the funnier takes. He told pro-lifers that they shouldn't have children anymore and instead should only adopt the children of women who want abortions, and then also financially support the other children of other women who want abortions. He also claimed that if a woman is arrested by her home state for going to a different state to get an abortion where it is legal, it would basically be the same thing as Arkansas arresting him for shooting a gun in the air. And yes, somehow he made Roe vs. Wade being overturned about him.
And some states, including Arkansas, is looking to pass laws that make it illegal for you to travel out of the state to get an abortion. When you come back, they'll do to you what they did to me, which is prosecute you unfairly and try to ruin your life. But hey, you know what? That's Arkansas for you.
He also made this hilarious TikTok video where it was just for fat guys, and honestly I can't do it justice. I'll play every bit of it here myself.
Look, this Roe versus Wade shit, it involves you too. They've decided that women can't do what they want to with their bodies. They don't like it when women do what they want to with their bodies. It's not a far cry from them not liking what we've done with our bodies. And if you pay any attention to conservatives, a lot of them hate fatties too.
He goes on to talk about how, like, being a fat guy in America is the same thing as being a woman because Republicans are going to take away your right to health care. Like I said, I don't know how he made Roe vs. Wade about him twice. And then on to Pride Month. Back in May, he had previously mentioned that he'd be donating money from his cameo to LGBT charities. However, this was never brought up again after the initial announcement, so I just guess it's not happening. He also stated that he no longer wished to make jokes about the LGBT community, claiming that he just didn't feel comfortable doing it, but still feels comfortable insulting everyone else, which then included him also saying retard several times later on in the month. Also in this month, it included him deciding to post up about the pride flag, insulting it and saying he had only done it to try and bait and trigger people, then later changed his mind and claimed that it was just a sarcastic, funny post, and he's only doing it to upset bigots apparently, to teach them to be empathetic. I have no idea. He then made a video, WTF is Pride Month, and during this he claimed that he's too old to understand the LGBT community, but he has 3 close friends who are all
halfway back, I guess.
Still apparently doesn't understand how being attractive, how he's a straight man, and has paid his dues to the human rights campaign, but really never mentions that apparently he
how's that my problem?
He was pretending to be LGBT safe business. In this video, he also claims that he's straight when he's trying to talk about how he doesn't understand the LGBT community, even though on the PK podcast he previously said that he was bisexual. He also makes up some weird story where back when he was 8,
Korean,
it was
I
like
think I found your lost
1982,
patrol.
he says he met a
Something
gay
ripped a limb
7-year-old
from
boy
limb.
who was like his brother's friend. Everyone knew he was gay and everyone was accepted him. Now he's living an amazing life now, even though this is his brother's friend. Just 40 years later, apparently Boogie's still keeping up to date with this random guy, I guess. He also makes up a story where there's a gay guy in his high school who was pretending to be straight, but everyone knew he was gay and thought it was amazing and totally accepted it, and no one even brought it up or tried to insult him for it or anything like that. Weirdly, he also left out mentioning his best friend, who he claimed that he kissed and jerked off during high school, or also the trans friend he said he got beaten up defending during high school. Boogie claims that he lived in a shithole area in a shithole town, but apparently there were no homophobes in backwater USA in the 1980s, even though he was considered a freak for playing video games. And then, because he couldn't help himself, he decided to weigh in on children going to drag strip shows, which of course he fully supports, because somehow he compared a fucking strip show to seeing a cheerleader at a football game. He also then randomly holds himself up as being a prime example about how this doesn't affect children at all. He says his parents
That was a dumb way to die.
burlesque shows where he would help women take off their garter belts when they were just in their lingerie in front of him, and then would randomly say how his parents had watched porn when 13. Which, if you know anything about Boogie, it doesn't make sense because he claims that his parents hated porn and his mom thought porn was disgusting, but apparently she let him watch it from being a child. I don't know, every time he talks he contradicts himself. Boogie is a man who said he's scared of having his own children in case he abuses them. Boogie is also the guy who can't avoid doing daddy's little girl roleplay shit with random emotionally underdeveloped teenage e-thoughts from OnlyFans on his fucking Twitter account. This guy is not a prime example about how sex at a young age doesn't fuck people up. And of course, OnlyFans, which he pretended on the 2nd of this month to have signed up to for the first time for fucking research purposes, even though in 2021 he talked about how he had used it before, and also talked about his excitement that some random fucking female celebrity had just turned 18 and opened to him. His whole creepy sexual nature is spilled into every part of him online, such as him dedicating a part of his video where everyone else is offended all the time except me online, where he randomly rants about a guy posted an angry Instagram message on him. He also outlines in the video what he had said to upset this guy, saying that he just thinks women should be allowed to do what these fans they want. And this random guy posts up many people invited. The problem is, that's not what Boogie said. What Boogie claimed is, somewhere in the world there's an extremely conservative Christian father who actively tries to suppress his daughter's sexuality, and now she makes 10 times what he does, selling pictures of her butthole on OnlyFans. This pleases me greatly. Now, it could just be me, but that doesn't really sound like I think girls should be allowed OnlyFans if they want. Instead, it sounds more like he's upset about conservative Christians basically blocking his supply of teenage girl porn. Such as his new e-thought, who some people began to immediately speculate was a new girlfriend, and well, sorry, I mean sugar baby. But I don't think she is. She's a creepy bipolar disorder girl who seems to bounce from one Twitter daddy to the next trying to promote her OnlyFans, which hilariously started off with Boogie's friend kid behind the camera, who, you know, despite having a wife and kids, was liking her naked pictures on Twitter until his wife seemed to notice it and that suddenly died, before she moved on to some random other people before eventually settling on Boogie. And yeah, this talking was on Kiwi Farms, and as Boogie is an active reader of his own thread, he saw this and suddenly announced that he had a date, claiming he was going to a restaurant with a girl. Instead, he then decided that this girl, on their first date, let him collect her from her house, drive her back to his house immediately, where they ate takeout sushi, and then she fucked him, and then he drove her home again. And of course, due to him live tweeting every fucking nanosecond of his life, the date was estimated to be only about 45 hours at most, and think back to this near 50-year-old guy, him and a girl sat in his house, eating discount sushi from a fucking supermarket, and then she had sex with him before she made do that. Look, at this point it was just so embarrassing no one talked more about it, because either it didn't happen or was a prostitute, so everyone just ignored it, and I think even Boogie forgot about it too because no one talked about it again. Like I said, every part of Boogie's online community is being infected by his weird sexual nature, such as his live stream on the 9th of June, where he randomly begged for donations, saying if people donated, he would talk about his kink. This being after a commentator called him a creep, which caused him to get really upset and claimed how no one else agreed with him. And then when he did finally get a donation, he then discussed his fetishes to prove how not creepy he was, where he started by repeatedly saying, and I do fucking mean repeatedly, how much he likes legal-aged girls, and how he doesn't think it's weird saying how much he likes young, legal-aged girls. I've never heard someone talk about their type of girl, and their type being young but legally aged girls as an actual description. It's not like, oh, I like book-smart girls, oh, I like tomboys. It's just like, I like legal-aged girls. That's fucking creepy. He then went into his other fetishes, like, I like giving girls orgasms. Oh, and lingerie. And sometimes maybe anal. He then repeatedly kept asking the audience to confirm to him that he isn't creepy and that this is normal, and kept going, yeah, thought so. It came across as actually even more creepy and weird in itself that he dedicated a part of his stream to trying to disprove being a fucking pervert by openly talking about his fetishes that basically are all the most vanilla things in the world. And of course this doesn't make any sense compared to previous times where he's talked about girls cutting him with knives, him being fed near to death, girls playing with his zits, etc. During June, Boogie pretty much did what every other commentator did and weighed in on the Ackman situation because, you know, he's never one to let a bandwagon pass him by. He started his attempted journalistic investigation by kicking off a live stream on Twitch where he opened up by telling Quantum he's only reporting and not to come after him, before then talking for approximately 10 minutes on it, which mainly included him reading Ackman's tweets and then summing it up as Quantum's a piece of shit and should come at him. During the whole Ackman situation, dozens of the largest content creators who got millions of views in their videos came out, all of them saying that YouTube was wrong in demonetizing Ackman for a joke, whilst Quantum wasn't punished for actively doxing Ackman on his channel, faking DMCAs, and even calling Ackman's mom. Every creator came out to support Ackman. Except Boogie. Kinda. Quite a lot of the stream is dedicated to Boogie ranting about people bullying him and talking about him. In Boogie's mind, this shitty little video of mine where I'm just discussing him is pretty much bullying him and harassing him, you know, despite me having no three myself. But to Boogie, that doesn't matter. Everyone's bullying him and being mean to him. So, despite all the other creators being totally opposed to what YouTube did to Ackman, Boogie is both condemning it and also saying how he's been complaining about troll counts for years and how this should be the first step in taking down channels like that.
Alright, we're not going that way again.
Go back to Ackman though, where pretty much he sat there and asked his audience to tell him what had happened before eventually just sitting down and watching Philip DeFranco's video in an interview with Ackman. You know,
it would be nice to have like a decent spawn for once and not like have it
also did this.
Put me at a disadvantage.
I like a cucumber too. Oh, we're so bad now.
Whatever, dude. I'm literally just trying to get past this part.
Which is kind of weird, you know, when he then decided to do a YouTube video where he claimed to get...
We know banking isn't just about numbers. Introducing Wells Fargo Premier, an elevated financial experience to help you plan your future the way you live your life. Wells Fargo Premier, banking, lending, and investing designed around you.
If your moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms are stopping you in your tracks, choose Stelara from the start and move toward lasting remission.
Alright guys, you guys voted. I'm surprised like 84% of you wanted to watch the full thing, so we're going to watch the few clips here, plus the entire live, at least that I could find, of Modern Warrior crying. Not funny, guys. So, if you don't know who Modern Warrior is, Modern Warrior, well, was an incredibly antagonistic indigenous TikToker who spent, like, he's one of the people that would use social issues to try to bully other people, right? There were times where he would find, like, actual bad, like, racist people and talk on that. do your thing. Then there's other times where he would just grasp at straws for content, and he would just be disrespectful. He had this whole hate colonizer thing. He was like, you know, he didn't really like white people. Blame him. But he kind of spiraled out of control. His biggest controversy that really hit him hard was when he would constantly advocate for women as like a male feminist in some capacity. And then it turned out that he kept going to women, white women, funny enough. When he told them, I think, he told those white women too, I'm pretty sure I remember this, that he wouldn't have kids with white women. He wanted to sleep with them. But he went to them and he was like, hey, what's up? Only me and you, baby. He mentioned polyamory when he was like, I'm only talking to you, I'm only dating you, just me and you. He had this one girl fly him out. Slept with her.
I can't really search this place with a guy and an assault rifle.
Illegal.
So
fuckboy shit.
Weird part.
And they didn't know though that he had like a girlfriend. He was talking to other girls, even because he said like I'm only talking. You know, that shows a disrespect for women. If you hold yourself to the standard up here, high standard, you gotta meet that standard, brother. You can't be a fuckboy while talking about. You can't be doing that, dog. So he got called out for that.
Give me the meat and give it to me raw.
5 minutes later.
There are many ways to kill an orc. But for you, I will keep it strong and simple.
Why does this guy not want to run? Like, at all. The more I try to run, the more it actually fucking fails to do so. Like, what is up with my controller, dude?
Salon Selectors presents hair so beautiful you feel like you just stepped out of a salon.
It does not work at all.
Introducing Salon Selectives, new from Eileen Curtis. 4 salon shampoos, 4 salon conditioners. You select the combination that will give you salon beautiful hair. Salon style! Feel salon beautiful every day.
Oh my god, that was what I needed to. I don't know how I'm gonna do this.
Damn, that was terrible. Welcome everyone to
Weird
another
part,
review of
I must
the
say.
Rings of Empowerment, the Rings of Girl Power, the Rings of Vandalization, the Rims of Power. Brought to you by the $1 trillion corporation, Amazon. A series that
literally the weirdest place to put just a guy with an assault rifle.
$60 an episode. And what did we do? Absolutely nothing except destroy more lore. Destroy Galadriel some more. Cuck Elendil. I hate this show. I want it to be over. I want this to be done. Thank God there's only one more episode where we find out that Halbrand is Sauron. Hey, we saw Fem and M.
Oh my god, dude. And of course you can't just get out simply through walking through a door. It has to be weird.
Warrior nuns, just like we had basically 2 of.
Like what?
Another show destroyed by bad reboot disciples. I wouldn't be surprised at all if J.D. Payne and Patrick McKay dusted up some scripts for Star Trek Discovery back in the day, because it sure feels like Star Trek Discovery all over again. Except worse, because
whatever, dude. Holy shit.
And this was their holy grail. The
I wasn't gonna leave that place without breaking bones.
Little grimy claws into this, and they did.
Whatever, dude.
Good news is,
I'm so done with this part already.
it won't harm any of the books, any of the lore. bad news is there might be a couple of people out there, and this is how they're introduced to Lord of the Rings, which is just effing sad. Everything about this is pathetic. There's a scene where I lost.
I think I'm just gonna take a break for now or something, dude.
My wife got mad at me.
Otherwise, I'm not getting past this fucking part.
Throwing stuff. Ooh, it's been a while since I got that mad. There was an Andrew Garfield 1/6 scale hit anywhere near me. Both monitors would be broken right now. Let's not bury the lead. Celeborn's dead.
I don't even know how to leave this place without not dying, dude. What the fuck is up?
Az was right. I was right. Person.
And my controller doesn't work, so that's awesome.
That person hasn't been wrong about a single thing. Celeborn is not only dead, she mocked him for his armor not fitting. The guy who actually fought in wars when Galadriel did not.
God. This is impossible, dude.
So yes, Celeborn is a missing persons case. He's dead. They'll mystery box some shit and bring him back in some lame way. He'll be like a prisoner somewhere.
Alright, I'm about to break this goddamn thing. It seems to only want to work when it's not fucking charging. Which is awesome, because that completely contradicts the point of a fucking controller. But that's my technology.
Any of this. So we're 500 years before they start forging 50 some odd years. Galadriel's definitely with Celeborn at this time. She definitely did not meet Queen Regent Muriel. Let's just get through it. Thankfully, only 2.5 pages of these, because it's a lot of walking. Are they dead? Are they not? Are we gonna dig for Mithril? Are we not? Maybe King Durin will let us. No, he won't. But we'll dig anyway. We'll kick out Elrond. He'll look sad and femmy like he always does. And Elendil will just be a moron. Played by a capable actor. There's a couple of capable actors in here who are just being wasted on this shite. The guy playing Durin the Third is all right, and the guy playing Elendil is all right. Disa wasn't the worst thing in this, not the best thing, and there's a really cringe scene with her at the end. So yeah, they bring home the cringe with everybody's favorite character, Disa. All right, she wasn't bad in the first part, brings home the cringe at the end. So this big battle with, like, no stakes at all. And you're like, what are you talking about? It's the origin of Mordor.
Nice.
But, like, there's no stakes in it. It was 30 villagers versus some multiplying orcs. Just magically spawned. And 300 new Dorians reduced to about 100, maybe. And a really sad horde. Oh, there's a big mystery. Is Isildur dead? Gee, I wonder if Isildur is dead. This is why prequels suck. They should stop. I know Disa's super power hungry. She's hungry. Hey, I'm here all week. For one more, and then I can start sleeping on Thursday night. But I do enjoy this cathartic experience with all of you out there. So, well, chat. Final section chat on that. Super chats, and then I'm going to start breaking down this episode. Again, I don't think it's going to take long. Don't know if we're going to as
Big Pesto, American, looks like yourself.
few hours ago. Sorry, but I don't know if he's out there.
came for the game. I'm one of those guys.
Go. Try not to wake up my family. We'll get to these first. God bless you for defending Tolkien, lore, legacy, and the Lord of the Rings fandom. Hail the Veronica Friday Night Tides. That's Earl Starbuck for $5. Thank you very much. And 1976 for $10. Plot armor as light as a feather and as hard as a dragon scales, and more fire retardant, emphasis on the retard, than a whole shitload of asbestos. Yeah. Guy Ladriel survived. We had that week of Buchanan, and she just evaporated in the pyroclastic flow, which has temperatures varying in degrees of like 1,300 to 1,500 to 1,800 degrees. Everybody should be dead. But apparently the pyroclastic flow just stopped, and so did all the ash, and there's just this lush place that they end up at. Oh, the dumb doesn't end there, though. It really doesn't.
I actually made a pretty decent weapon now. I'm happier. So.
The sea is always right and full of terrors. Matt L. for $5 Australian. Yeah. They're trying to repurpose so much Lord of the Rings dialogue and trying to sneak in like Game of Thrones stuff too. It's so bad. So bad. So that it makes sense that article came out yesterday. I have a video coming out tomorrow morning going over that article. Or we can go over it tonight, but we don't need to because you'll see that video tomorrow. Where they call you patently evil. You're patently evil if you criticize this show. But there's also a paragraph in that article that says an Amazon insider admits they're shitting their pants because they're getting their asses handed to them by House of the Dragon. Good. Scream. Oh, that's not gonna work. Stop. That was underwater. That was a limp. Hang on. Let's try. There we go. Alright, so we've got
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna take a break. Hang on, maybe I can do this. Just to show you guys I can get past this part.
She's just fine. Not even a flesh wound. Not even a scratch. She's covered in Cheetos. She's looking around. I don't know if I can find the fire horse. I wanted to tweet Mahler. There's a fire horse. A horse that was like she just gets up. She starts yelling for Elendil and Muriel. And it looks like Mordor 911. One of their Numenoreans are rescuing people from the fire. Some people are jacked up. My favorite part was when I'm forgetting his name and I don't care. Isildur's friend is trapped under basically a house. And Elendil the Tall, one of the greatest Numenorean warriors, can't lift it up. So he asks for Queen Regent Muriel for help. And then they lift it up really easy. Fuck this show. Fuck this show. Oh shit, I'm not supposed to have sound. Sorry. Oops. Oopsie doopsie. We'll see if we can get to that. Yeah. So, and then their white friend dies.
basically. Their white friend dies. Dead meat. You knew that kid was dead meat. He's like, I've had enough fighting for a lifetime. I'm going to stay back and help the villagers. Like, of course, he's dead. He's dead. Plus, he was white, so of course he's going to kill him. Then the house collapse on
I see how I can do it,
Isildur,
but
and Mary will
it'll
go
just
into a
take a
house
while.
to save some people, and she gets some ash in her eye, and it collapses on him. So he must be totally dead, the guy who cuts the ring from the hand of Sauron. Really? That's who you picked, showrunners. This is your big mystery. Oh, and of course we don't find out what happens this episode, but I assure you he'll be fine. I assure you he'll be fine. So yeah, then like I said, we get some ash in Muriel's eyes, and as spoke about a long time ago, Muriel's blind. She's blinded, but she doesn't want her people to know. So what she's going to do is put a blindfold on next episode, so people won't know she's blind. Oh, and then, damn, Harfoots are back. I know. Don't worry. It's not long. It appears that some remnants of the volcano have gotten in the way of their migration, and it spoiled all their trees. So not Gandalf is gonna like slowly heal them, right? So he does. That's a hell of a shot right there. So he starts healing the tree. Nasty Harfoots is very inclusive. So they're looking at not Gandalf heal the tree, and it doesn't work. And a branch breaks off and almost hits Nori's little sister, who we don't know the name of. We don't know. There's never been a conversation. I'm betting a lot of people didn't even know Nori had a little sister. The apples are rotten. More stage Irish. They ruined my lucky charms. And they're like, there's Hobo Baggins. And they're like, God dang, we're gonna comfort each other, but man, you smell.
That's how you do it.
So, of course, he feels bad. He can talk a little bit, but he doesn't talk this episode. He feels bad for almost hurting the girl, so they send him away. They give him the map of the stars, and they send him away. That's it. He's done. But wait, there's more. They spend another hour on about 30 seconds of plot. Fun fact, in 2022, money for the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy cost $451 million to make. Rings of Power's first season has already blown that. And what do they have to show for it? Coffee Sama for $4.99. This is why they released that article and another fluff piece for Jennifer Salke to try to save her job. Because this is the biggest embarrassment, the biggest disaster in television history. Game of Thrones had a bad couple 3 seasons towards the end, but it was popular at first. This thing, they put an insane amount of money up front, committing to 5 seasons. And it's a joke. They're being laughed at. They're being mocked. Behind the scenes, they're being mocked by fandoms, and they're trying to say it's on par with House of the Dragon. It's not. Proud of Adar and the Orcs. They got their real estate. They did, quite frankly, I'm rooting.
At Smithfield, we love bacon, just like you do. Care package. So bring some bacon to any situation. And always make it the main course. Living your best bacon life starts with Smithfield.
All right, say, guess what? He just got the meat, and he got it raw. So, Elrond is now asking King Durin if they can wait for it, because we've waited 7 episodes for this. So they can dig for Mithril. So it took us like 5 episodes to figure out that we...
He said, imagine your daughter dating a 500-pound pig. I mean, imagine the day of your wedding, you can plan this out your whole day, and you come down and your husband's wearing a 10-inch top hat and suspenders. Like he belongs at the table at the Django, bro. Like he's sitting there negotiating with Leonardo DiCaprio afterwards on fucking, who's gonna do what. Like, he can't even take that day seriously. One fucking day. You can't give her one fucking day to where you can't just be an asshole. Like, I don't know about an eBay junk reseller, but I do know that she was trying to convince me that it was a good idea to sell pieces of Wings shirt for like $10 on the fucking internet. And I was like, no, fucking pieces of Wings.
Yeah, I wish I could have asked you to ask her about that before this whole situation blew up. I would have loved to hear what she has to say about her cutting out Wings' Guinness shirt and selling it on eBay.
That's not even the shirt that anybody wants. I mean, motherfuckers want that Spider-Man shirt. That's the fuck they want. Like, if he was smart, he would come out with that Spider-Man shirt, but instead of Spider-Man on it, it would be a fat version of fucking Wings breaking down. Like,
I don't care. I'm happy I died that time. I finished.
I want to ask, do you think Kelly wanted to speak up for herself and stand up to Richard and be her own person despite him trying to manipulate her?
I hope so. I think after all this, because there's no way she's going to be able to ignore any of this, because fucking Richard is a doom scroller. He cannot see. Like, if you watch the way he watches his chat, he always focuses on all the fucking negative. So you know he's probably sitting there right now fucking double-fisting a fucking Yoo-Hoo, a Coke, and a fucking 30-piece Zaxby's, and he's fucking, look, Kelly, look at what they're saying. Look what Mr. YOLO Dick Swagger said about me on the air. I still can't believe he called her in there. Like, Mr. YOLO Dick Swagger making fun of me. He's a fucking 40-year-old man, bro. You're fucking, come on. But I think she's looking at all this shit, and everybody's just looking at how much of a fucking joke her relationship is with him, and she realizes that she's so much better than that. And she fucking's like, she's like, you know what? Right now, Kelly's 189 pounds, yo. That's not too bad, you know what I mean? Like, I fucked worse. I'm damn sure at math, bro. Of course.
Somebody said he's probably stress eating right now, yeah.
That man went through a whole fucking case of fucking honey buns to that.
I feel bad for Kelly right now because she's probably being forced to sit in that living room on the couch and watch this entire stream. These Wings are probably looking over at her like, is this true? Did this really happen? Did you really say that about me, Kelly?
That's what's next on the list is fucking.
You need business mobility solutions that are more than just business as usual. A partner with the expert.
It's safe to say that Rice isn't the most popular person in town, huh?
That's the next part. No, he's the most feared. After the divorce saga comes
Machiavelli.
Heart failure, fucking diabetes, and possibly fucking. I'm gonna say like fucking like circulation issues too, because he's fucking holding all sorts of water weight in his fucking legs and shit. She said that Wings doesn't go to the doctor. He doesn't like going to the doctor, and fucking she has to like beg and plead for him to go to the doctor. like and shit like that. So she claims that he's not diabetic, but she refuses to fucking give him a blood sugar test for me to prove it.
Yo, champ, yeah, I'm gonna do that, and eventually Giga Richard is gonna upload the highlights from this.
I don't know if you know, like, you can go on your Twitch and go to your video producer and you can download it from there. You'll have like pretty much like raw footage.
Oh yeah, I've seen that earlier.
Yeah, I think Aaron was telling the truth on majority of things. I don't know about like Kelly saying he stinks or anything like that, but I feel like you ever like hear somebody lie, but they're telling the truth at the same time, and it's like, wow. So he's basically saying that he thinks Wings' house stinks, but he's putting it in Kelly's mouth. You know what I mean? So I feel like majority of the shit that Aaron was saying was like on point, but he backed it up because he's dumb enough to think that fucking you can sue somebody for talking shit on you. When you were a public figure, we're allowed to comment on your public statements and actions. These are facts.
Someone wants to know if you would dump your current relationship to get with Kelly.
No, I've actually told Kelly that. I was like, if you want, like, you're more than welcome to come join my relationship, but I'm not gonna leave my girlfriend for any girlfriend. That's like, me and my girlfriend are currently, like, she can't have kids.
Oh my god, dude, these guys are killing me right now. I'm gonna fucking kill myself. Fuck dealing with 3 of that shit.
And, you know, be a best friend to my girlfriend while also, you know, giving me children. But she said she doesn't share. And I was like, that's okay. Wings don't fuck you anyway. It's like, you're not sharing.
Whatever, dude.
At all.
I'm just happy that
if she
last
ever
mission is
mentioned any
done.
of the times that he has made her cry.
No, actually, like, she always tries to stick up for him. But she always says the same thing. He's kind and he helps me. But like it feels like he responses. Like, she's never really like given any actual specific. Like, the only time she's like one time my niece was in a bad situation and they housed her for a couple days and fucking Jordy didn't raise no fucking issues about it. I'm like, so like, that's the best you can do is like, you let somebody stay at the house for a couple days. Not really impressed by that. Yeah. But not she hasn't really she always sticks up for him with like the same fucking tired bullshit. Which is that's how you know it's fucking she's like, you know, if I ask you like, hey, you know, fucking give me a specific fucking thing that you like about your relationship, it's not hard to be like, hey, you know, my girlfriend's my best friend, this is what we do, blah blah blah, you know. But like, even when you look at the fucking the air fryer saga, like, I was talking to her that whole fucking day. I can show you the entire fucking.
Alright, I'm just gonna fucking kill these guys.
Like, she's like, that day, this is exactly what wanted to happen. She wanted to go to Best Buy to get the air fryer. So, because I was trying to convince her to get the I want to see because I told her, I was like, you know, air fryer is changing my life. She's been looking at an air fryer for a while, so she decided to pull the trigger. Like, I'm literally, that whole saga was because me and Kelly were talking behind the fucking scene. So, she fucking wanted to go to Best Buy, which is like an hour away, to get a fucking air fryer. And then she wanted to come home with enough time to be daylight so she could go walking and kayaking and get a little bit of exercise. But then Wings was like, I can't go. We gotta stay home. We're not going anywhere. Fucking Modern Warfare 2 beta's out, and somebody gave me a code for $1 on eBay. I can't not fucking play this for the next fucking 2 hours. Shit like that. And fucking, like, he threw like that whole big fit on fucking stream and shit like that. And like, and she was like behind the scenes telling me, she's like, I was like, it's fucked up. Like, you're actively trying. I was like, do you not see this, Kelly? You're actively trying to lose weight, and you want to go and buy this for your health and his health.
Oh my god, dude, I would be fine if this controller fucking worked.
You out at all. Do you not see this? Like, I feel like she's going to eventually see that this man doesn't want to fucking, like, he doesn't want to win. You know why? Because Wings of Redemption makes no money being a winner. If he won, he makes no money. He makes too much money being broke. He gets too much attention being a fucking fixed. Some people don't want to be fixed.
I was going to say,
thank God we're back, though.
What do you think of Wings making excuses of all of these allegations? Basically, like, shrugging it off.
Oh, yeah, it's like military grade copium right there. I don't even like that fucking word. I got dragged with that shit fucking last week, yo. Everyone's like, you're reading copium. I'm just fucking happy with myself.
Alright, here are the blueprints. God, I hope not.
But no, that motherfucker, he's like, here's the thing. He was reacting to the first 24 hours of conversation between me and her. Like, he wasn't even telling him that I was talking to her for 3 fucking weeks at that point. And he knows that. Like,
shit.
Definitely go pretty fucking hard. Show us the goods. Well, here's the thing. Since I got blocked on Twitter, my DMs on my phone, if I go ahead and fucking scroll through, are only gonna stop at, like, last week. But, I mean,
alright, I think I'm gonna stop it there. Thanks for joining if you did, and I'll be back later today